playing with fire. Everyone burns in the end. Understate my case. I hold my tongue. I know I say something I regret. Don't blame me. Just strike the match and walk away. Let me in. I've seen better days. So lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it. You want it. You want it. You want it. So lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it. You want it. You said you want it. If you bring the fuel, I'll bring the flames. And set it off, not what you want, I'm what you need. A ticking time bomb, just strike the match and let it take. Let me in, lighter, let it blaze. So lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it. You want it, you want it, you want it. So lay down, take it on goddamn, and tell me that you want it. You want it, you said you want it.
And it looks like we're live. Hello, guys. How's everybody doing? Can you hear me, Mr. Prof?
I can.
You can. Okay, well, that's heartening. As it turns out, GoTV broke briefly. We did the test. Everything looked fine, and then it wasn't fine, and they'd already started the game. So, sorry for that. We missed the pistol round. Team A versus Team B. We've got no idea who they are. Or we do.
Well, I would assume it's White Rabbit Gaming versus xTc, and White Rabbit Gaming won the pistol.
Indeed, great start for White Rabbit. Of course, the last time these teams faced off against each other in the previous leg, White Rabbit actually stomped xTc against expectations. And there's the trades coming in. Crucial doing some good work. You'd almost call it Crucial, I'd say, but that would be a horrible cliche. Look at that 3k for Crucial. Great start for him there in this particular round. And he's going to round it out as well, the quad kill. So that's some action there pretty early on.
Yeah, not too shabby. I mean, he was the person that went Ultra Guard mode in the last time these two teams played on this map, actually. It was the last game of the season for White Rabbit Gaming. They ended up finding Crucial with 27 kills on this map. So he did quite a bit of work in that 16-7 win.
Indeed. I also had to do quite a bit of work in making the GoTV work. Jeez. It was terrible. I do again apologize, guys. I've never had this issue before, but turned out the port just didn't want to play along. Meanwhile, Zip, of course, I'd say he's been a bit of a carry for this team so far since he's moved to in-game leader. You'd expect him to have a big role to play here as well.
He definitely will need to be the one that plays up to his level tonight. He didn't really do a whole lot of anything against White Rabbit the last time they played, but he went above and beyond the Call of Duty, as it were, against I think it was Goliath, where he dropped something like close to 30 kills on that overpass game. So
jeez, that was nuts.
Definitely a player you'll need. Yeah, no, he was absolutely crazy. So they'll definitely need more from Zip because he was oddly quiet that night. He and Zin actually didn't do much of anything against White Rabbit Gaming as Maniac.
Oh.
Yeah, just farming some kills here, and it's not too shabby actually.
Got the bomb.
Yeah, got himself the bomb. Got himself a healthy little $600. And
Free AK?
xTc, xTc don't really seem as though they want to fight for control of the bomb. They've got 30 seconds, so this is rather problematic. Well, that's also rather problematic for White Rabbit Gaming in this case.
Yeah, ZipZip doing some nice work, continuing that form that we were mentioning. And the long-range battle there with these SMGs, I just don't feel like they can win it. But taking it up a bit closer, there's ZipZip, and he's going to get caught reloading. That is a terrible blunder there, you'd almost say, if they hadn't got the bomb back. In a 2v1 and crucial, well, he's going to have to fight this. And he's coming from an angle I don't think they're going to expect.
No, this is perfect. He's just going to need to kill him, and that's it. Done. Cheers, boys.
Oh.
Hiding away. And that is a major problem for xTc. And they can lose Viking after time as well.
Oh my word. Crucial, the man with the name. You just want to keep making the puns happen. He's on 8-0-0. And he had some really big impact in that round. Previous round also got himself the quad kill. So he's having a fair bit to do with this game and the results so far at the 3-0. If you are just joining us, we do appreciate you guys being here. This is VS Masters Leg 3. The first casted match, and I think the very first match overall in the championship, which is rare that we actually get to do.
Is it the first match? I know that there's been some games played
0-0 on everything.
Oh, well, then it is indeed the case. So, welcome to the opening game of Leg 1 then, as xTc are going to be looking to dig themselves out of a hole that is slowly but surely starting to deepen.
There's a fire and plenty of weapons to greet them, and they're not going to get anything done. Yeah, rounded out by Maniac. Gets the triple kill. RMP also contributing there, farming a bit of money with that MP9. So the 4-0 there for them. Mirage, of course, the first map we'll be on. We'll be going to Inferno next, and if there is a decider, it'll be Overpass.
Yeah, Overpass, that game where xTc just went ham against Goliath. They're going to need to do a little bit more of that earlier in the series, though. As we said, last time they played, White Rabbit Gaming unexpectedly thumped pretty comprehensively, 16-2, 16-7. So maps have been reversed in the map in the order that they were played last time. But at the moment, White Rabbit Gaming seemingly not too keen on changing that script, as RMP up close and personal with that MP9 is going to get the first kill on ZipZip, and Zin's going to finally win. But that's an important win to win, as they'll get crucial but lose another player. So Trade's coming across. Maniac somehow does a 180, and actually takes out Zin, and it's all left to Crick once again.
Poor man, he must be feeling the weight of that gun. It's well, the weight of expectation upon his shoulders, but he does get the first one there, at least in the 2v1. Maniac also quite low, so that does make it a little bit more possible. He'll be able to recover the bomb from here and look to make an entry onto side. He's still got plenty of time, so an eminently winnable situation, one would say.
Yeah, it's a bit... I mean, I wouldn't say odd, but the fact that he's gone back for the bomb might actually end up scuppering his plans for victory here. As if he'd had the bomb in his back, he could have either planted earlier or taken another fight. Right now, he's going to be jumping into a bomb site protected by both players, and that is rather unfortunate. As soon as that noise comes out, he's going to actually fake it, but then doesn't hit the shot.
Jeez, gets absolutely bodied instantly there by Trogi. Or however you want to say it. I heard how you guys were saying it the other day. Was it Trogi?
I mean, I'm from Bloemfontein, so we'd probably say Trogi.
Hey, chat, I'd like to know, how do we pronounce that? Do any of you guys know him? I recall casting with Congo Carl at ESWC Rush last year, and he called him Trogi, so I did too.
I've got no idea.
Weapons, yeah.
Either way.
At the ready, and out they go. Just a rush going in, and geez, if Spaz had any other weapon there, I think the CT player would have been done for.
Yeah, RMP actually legs up, jumping through the smoke, and that's going to allow xTc to get the plant down, but they're taking fights at the moment as ADM gets the first kill, gets the second as well, and xTc now in the retake.
ADM, of course, the replacement for Conspiracy as well in the starting lineup. He's doing some good things here. Zin also doing good things. RMP under a ton of pressure, but he does have Trogi with them to help him out. And the retake looking very favorable for the CT so far, until Crick did that.
They've actually lost sight of where Zin is. They need to find him, and they do. Trogi brings him to ground. A 6-0 for White Rabbit Gaming, and even the force-ups are now not working for xTc. Does a lot of work. They do finally bring down Crucial in that round. But for xTc, things are starting to get a bit shaky. They have got another close to full buy here. A couple of pieces of utility missing, but otherwise, xTc is about as sorted or kitted out as you could hope for in this round.
Yeah, and of course, this is their map pick as well, so start has not been exactly auspicious for them. They did a lot better on Mirage than on Inferno the last time round in the previous leg that they played WRG. But of course, as you said, the map order was switched. RMP switching it up as well, boosting up there. Gets himself a nice early kill there on Zip Zip. I think that's going to hurt the xTc chances here a little bit on the bomb site take.
Yeah, nades. I mean, Viking getting wrecked by an Astralis level nade. There's Zin trying to get the bomb plant. This is actually a pretty risky bomb plant given the situation, but they'll get themselves to safety now, and it does also leave White Rabbit Gaming in a rather unenviable task of having to get themselves into a bomb plant area. Viking is going to be cooked. There we go. Some nice cooked Scandinavian for everybody, as ADM will lead the charge into the site. He's going to go down first, though, as Spaz controls the area from Palace.
Oh no, and this isn't smoke. Could maybe get it, and Crick desperately spraying away there, but doesn't hit him. Everybody dying at the end, but it's just too late. Oh, jeez. Feel bad for xTc there, man. I feel like this is deja vu from the last time these teams played.
Yeah, fortunately just missing, well, not really understanding exactly where the opponent was diffusing from, and I mean, White Rabbit Gaming taking chances. It's not going all their own way, but the scoreboard would disagree with us at the moment, as clearly these two teams are worlds apart in score, but it doesn't really feel that way. It feels like xTc should probably have at least 2, maybe 3 rounds at this stage.
Yeah, it rather does. RMP getting aggressive, and he has no support from Connector, but still manages to escape, which, I don't know, maybe those xTc players towards top mid needed to be a little bit quicker there.
Yeah, just not really coordinated between the two. As Maniac showing that he does have coordination in that spray control as he brings Zip Zip into the graveyard. Crick, though, trying to turn things around for his team. They do have Maniac fairly low, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility for xTc, but it's not looking great for them at the moment.
Definitely not looking great. Troggy now looking for some information, which might prove, I was going to say crucial, but now he died.
Yeah, Zin starting things off well here in terms of his personal score. He's not had the best of games as yet. Crick, once again, he was probably xTc's best player the last time these two teams met, and I mean, I would say that he's continuing good form, but is it really good form when he's the only one that's even positive at the moment?
Yeah, he's going to have a huge round. Maniac is fairly low, though, so as the B player, if they can find him early, they do have a chance in this.
That's absolutely critical that they bring him to ground, and the Molly's going to go out. That's actually going to arrive half a second too late. This Maniac is going to go down. This leaves it in a 2 versus 2 White Rabbit Gaming. Well, they'll be looking to disallow xTc from winning this round, but xTc absolutely have to win this to get their campaign back on track.
Jeez, ADM trying to use the smoke here. I thought for a second that smoke might be their undoing, but it's not offering anything up just yet. Zin worried that there might be somebody behind it, so he's going to play it a little bit cautiously, but now Trogi very close here, and he finds Crick, and that's the high HP player out of it. The 2v1 though, Zin doing excellent work to get that kill. Is he sticking
ADM.
it? Oh, jeez, that was a heart and throat moment there for Zin. I think there was a split second in that one.
Yeah, must have been very, very close. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. xTc are finally on the board, 7-1. ADM not looking great in terms of their money. The rest of them not too shabby, but I don't think they'll actually be able to drop over to him. So he's going to be stuck on the best weapon in Counter-Strike. Actually, no. They decided to give him a FAMAS. That is a major downgrade from the CZ. As RMP is going to get himself an early frag or not. Flash comes in at the perfect time.
Very nice flash there to just force the shot out of him and force him to miss it. If he'd held his original angle, though, he probably would have hit it.
Definitely would have. As aggression from Zin is going to help him out here as he kills ADM. But Viking's timing is perfect, and it's going to catch him 2 kills.
Huge.
Does it get him a 3rd? It does indeed. Fantastic play from Viking at the moment.
Jeez, Viking making me make all sorts of funny sounds there, because when he's on song as an entry, he is one of the purest entries in SA. And he showed it there. Caught them all flat-footed as they were all focused towards the ramp area and just dropped all of them. And in 2 of those, they were actually aim duels.
Yeah, fantastic play by Viking there. Actually getting the AWPer as well, just for an extra bit of bonus. Truochi does get the kill, but also announces the location of his presence. And xTc, do they go on the hunt? They don't really have the money for this, so I'd be very, very careful about wasting too many bodies trying to bring down Truochi, and sometimes it might actually be better just allowing xTc to try and force up around that AK.
You sound so Bloemfontein when you say that. Just saying.
Well, I mean,
No worries.
people from Bloemfontein used to think I was Canadian. I don't know why. It's weird.
I don't get that. I don't hear it unless you say sorry a lot.
No.
No, you never apologize.
I also don't say a boot.
This is true. This is true. 7-2 VS Gaming Masters Leg 3. The last time these teams played against each other, it was a whitewash for WRG. They destroyed them. Not even double digits for xTc in either map. We are playing the same 2 maps this time around, so I think already at this point, xTc are doing a little better.
Yeah, I mean, 72 at the moment. Certainly set themselves up well for at very least a 3rd round. Quite possibly more. Viking continuing his good form from the last round, as Truochi is going to take that fight and wins it against Crick. That is an AK down, so perhaps he becomes a bit generous and starts giving weapons to his team. You can see ADM is on the mission to recover that weapon.
The old, I'll take your AK when you die, bro. Don't worry, got you back.
Yeah, the hero AK.
Oh, actually recovered the other AK. I forgot about that. Of course, there was a player down thanks to the AK that was saved. RMP on the exploratory probing mission there. And just find some 7.62mm shells instead. And there's another kill for Viking. I thought he was going to round it out, actually, but not able to. Double kill so far for the WRG player, but it's not really going to amount to much. They do have a kit, so I guess they could go for it, but I don't know, I'd almost think maybe hanging onto the guns is a better option at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they've basically made a net profit out of this round. They've gotten themselves an AK. They didn't really upgrade anything, I think except 1 or 2 pistols going to P250s. So, at the end of the day, Truochi gets 2 kills, so adding to his bank, ADM picks up that AK, and given that White Rabbit Gaming wasn't expecting to win the round at all, I'd say it's a massive positive for them.
Yeah, not bad for them. So the buy should be fairly strong in the next round. Looking at the scoreboard in the meantime, while we wait for absolutely nothing to happen, aside from the bomb exploding. Zin up there at the top, Crick also doing pretty well. You mentioned he was the best player for them previously. Though one must say, when we've seen xTc at their best this season, it's been Zip who's been going off. So I guess they need a bit more of that.
Yeah, they definitely do at the moment. I mean, Vikings doing a pretty considerable job. 3 kills in that last round. Certainly, I think worthy of a mention, at the very least. But it's a long way to go yet, and White Rabbit Gaming will be looking to rubber stamp the victory in this game. 7-3 at the moment is very, very early days, so it could go horribly south for them. It's not going to at the moment, as they lose 2 players to xTc. Maniac and ADM picking those up, and Crucial should be good for a 3rd. There we go. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Zip sent on his way.
Yeah, and that's a harsh turnaround there for xTc. They're not going to get anything from this round, it seems. Zin probably in the position that he needs to just hang on to the AWP, because that's going to severely dent their economy and their chances in the next round if he loses it.
Yeah, his economy is not too shabby. I mean, he could probably buy in the next round. The rest of the team, though,
Just
outside of Zip, yeah, not really. So bargain basement. I think if Sims survives, he could probably drop an AK over to somebody, and they could perhaps force up around 3 rifles, but that would be shaky. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I mean, is xTc desperate enough? I'd say just take your chances. I'd guess. Take your chances on the save. What am I saying?
Yeah, I was ADM clearly a bit on edge there. He's on 12 HP, so worried that that's maybe an enemy incursion of some kind. Not going to be the case. So of course we need to look at xTc as a team though, and say, looking at the previous legs, they, aside from the game against WRG, they've actually been pretty solid. They were semi-finalists in ESEA season 27 as well. So overall, they've looked pretty strong, and nobody really counted WOG as being a potential factor, but they really have been, which I think's been quite surprising.
Yeah, it's been a massive success. I think that more than just a decent team, ADM.
Just see the weary glance to the right, like, really, guys?
Oh, he's on 14 HP. That little tap got about a third of his remaining hit points there, so he wasn't too chuffed. But yeah, I mean, I think White Rabbit Gaming is XTC at the moment. I'd say they're a little bit more than a spoiler team. I mean, they certainly have potential to, at the very least, make top 4 at the next LAN that they do appear at, and certainly I wouldn't say a not inconsiderable chance to actually make the final if they play well.
Which sounds kind of crazy if you consider the results against WOG again, but we've got to sort of put it in the context of their overall season, which has been really good. So is this game going to tell us that WOG are really good, or is it going to be say that previous performance was a flash in the pan? I'm not so sure. I haven't seen enough
It's
of
difficult
WOG.
to say. Yeah, I mean, look, don't think WOG really have the consistency to make it to a final. XTC certainly, at the moment, look like they've figured out a solution to get Zip going, and I mean that's a big plus. So
Not in this game yet. Let's see. The very far push into apps, they banking an early kill, and that's plenty of information as well. So the defense is going to be set and waiting, but will it matter when Crick is reigning in death? 3 players in CT. This could be a bit nuts. And on the angle there, the bomb planter will go down. That's Zip. Bit of a fail smoke, but Crick doing what he can to save it. Trades flying in 2v2 situation at the moment.
yeah, they don't have control of the bomb. They'll grab that right now. As Spaz will probably plant. It's all up to Crick to try and defend his teammate here. He's up against an AWP and an AK, so if XTC does take the chances, they're going to get the bomb plant down. This really does give them a pretty good advantage. The fact that White Rabbit Gaming coming from the same spot is a bit of an issue. ADM is going to go down, but oh, Crick needed to win that fight. He's going to go for the second chance, but that is a little bit too late there, as unfortunately it just allows ADM to line up the shot.
Yeah, it made it easy for him in the end. The triple kill there on ADM, the new addition to the team. A bit of the BM too, just making sure that he has a headache.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, XTC, they're going to be having a headache after this game, because at the moment, White Rabbit Gaming is slapping them all upside down the head.
Well, I don't know. It kind of you kind of contradicted yourself by saying that XTC are really good this season and then not. But I do still agree with
I don't know.
I agree with your overall point, though. I absolutely do. Again, consistency this season. Maybe this is the bogey team. Crucial gets himself a collateral kill as well. Zip maybe can find one here if he's lucky. He is a little bit lucky. But are they even going to find anything else in this round? And I kind of highly doubt it.
Oh, I mean, just getting 1 kill is a pretty big one. Picking up 2 is fantastic, as Zip is going to take a chance. Not going to work out, though, and they will actually take out one of the AWPs. That's a pretty big win, given the circumstances and the investment in that round for XTC.
Yeah, let's see how they do. Yeah, I think 5 is still relatively okay on this map if they can hit 5. That being said, if you look at the rounds that have happened so far, there have been a couple that have been close for XTC that they could have won. I mean, it could very well be, 6 on the XTC team here, so far, but things haven't quite gone their way. And, to WOG's credits, when their players have had to stand up, they've done a pretty sterling job.
Yeah. I mean, just going back to that earlier thing where you said that, maybe I'm contradicting myself a little bit. It does just feel like, especially the way that XTC has played it and tend to play, it just does feel like WRG maybe is just a bit of a bogey team. Just that hard counter that plays in a style that you're not 100% comfortable dealing with, and you tend to drop a lot more rounds. XTC has been a good team overall. Obviously prone to bouts of what would be the word? Inconsistency? I think that's a little bit of an overused word, perhaps. But
no, I wouldn't say that. I'd probably more. Well, let's just wait for Spaz. It looked like he was going to find himself a nice entry in there. The young player does. So that's going to help them out with 50 seconds on the clock. I'd say it's maybe just individual inconsistency. As a team, they've got a fairly good plan, but the individuals that need to show up don't always, and that's going to sometimes dig you into a hole. And the hole is busy deepening there. Trogi with a double kill. Looking so good this game so far. And on the angle, ADM dealing with Crick handily. 4v2 here, and unless Viking does something absolutely insane with 30 seconds to go, I don't know, man. He gets one. I mean, that's all he's going to get. That is it. 11-3, half one very emphatically here for WOG. And actually, I guess it is business as usual based on leg 2. Leg 3 showing the same sort of result in this map so far.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I mean, it's the last round coming up now, so xTc obviously will just buy everything into it. But at the moment, it does just seem as though White Rabbit Gaming's aggression is constantly catching xTc out. There's just so many early pushes that'll get either a kill or do massive damage to the xTC players, and they just seem to stutter as soon as that happens. Not really 100% certain what to do, and unfortunately, xTC going to need to figure out that nade is going to do huge damage. Viking and Crick eating that one full in the face, and the rush B finally does come out. This will actually be the first B attack, and it's not going so well at the moment. Truchi is the Reaper of Worlds at the moment as he brings down 3 players. Make that 4th as RMP actually steals that one from him, and that'll be the last.
Yeah. Is this the same team that made the SCA semi-finals? I'm confused. WOG looking power at the moment, and you got to say Truchi, they're doing fantastic work. Crucial as well with some big rounds, and everybody in fact has had their moments in this game so far for WOG. xTC, they've been few and far between. We saw the one round from Viking that looked pretty good, but Zip 6-13 at the moment. That's not really what we'd expect from the player that destroyed Goliath Gaming in the previous leg.
Yeah, it's just weird, really. And xTC are gonna make a gamble stack on B, or looked like they were going to, as they park 3 on B and look like they're going for an A retake. They do have a smoke and a kit, so it's not the end of the world. Who's the person with the kit? It's actually Zin on A side, so not too shabby. Looking to fight off the the B hit if it does come, and retake the A hit. That is indeed the choice. This is Viking starting things off well there with a great headshot. It's Truchi and Crick are having a fight through the smoke. ADM trying to get up close and personal, and xTC in a rather solid position at the moment. 4 versus 5, and make that 3 versus 5 now as the bomb does go down. Truchi and Maniac bringing things even, though this could be a bit of a problem. Crick's got to be very careful with the amount of rounds he's got left. Maniac getting in Zipsev's face, and he's not able to win that. Spaz, though, with 2 wonderful kills, but he's so low. Crucial's the last remaining player. He doesn't have armor. Not that it's going to matter against this USP, though. And Crucial, he's just got to stay alive. That's what he's going to do, and he's going to do better than that. He's going to bring Spaz to Earth.
To Earth rather rapidly after 2 very nice, crispy headshots there from Spaz. You can always count on Spaz to land some shots in the pistol round. I guess the rest of the rounds have been the issue. And I think with that pistol round gone, you could almost say that this particular map has just gone beyond the grasp of xTC.
Yeah, xTC desperately needed to win that pistol. They've invested in 4 deagles, so it's possible. A lot of these players are pretty damn solid with that deagle, to say the very least. But at the moment, it just doesn't look like many of them have their aim tonight. Seemingly adrift at sea.
Yeah, Crick also one of the very few players that you'll see in the local scene playing with a 5.7, and he makes it work really well. We've seen some nice highlights out of him, but we'd need probably more than a highlight. It's probably going to be one of those, screaming and throwing all the liquids here that I'm trying to drink all over my keyboard in excitement if it were to happen. There's the entry, though, for WOG, and on the angle, geez, that adjustment there was just dirty. Crucial jumping over and rounding off the next kill, and that's just essentially buried xTC in this game, I'd say.
Yeah, Spaz, the last remaining player here. He's got the wolves hunting him. He's going to go down, unfortunately, like a reindeer. That will be that. So, not a whole lot for xTC to write home about at the moment. They will, again, obviously be forcing up. There's no point saving at this stage.
I'd just like to highlight the 22-6 there. That is just ridiculous.
Yeah. That's just mental.
Wow.
It's just crazy.
So they will save, and they'll allow it to go to 15-3, which would then mean that they'd have to win, what, 13 rounds to 12 rounds, shall I say, to actually take it to overtime, and then still have to win in overtime, which just seems pretty much impossible at this point. They're going to try, of course.
Oh, White Rabbit Gaming taking quite a while to kill some of these XTC players, even though they're ostensibly standing still with UMP. Sprays continue. RMP picking up kills. And XTC, sorry, WRG will just make certain they get the bomb plant down. Make certain that this round is on a timer. And Zin and Spaz, the last remaining players, trying to get themselves out of trouble. Spaz actually gets himself a kill, but RMP decides he wants one too.
Yeah. I was excited for this game. Not excited anymore, man. Based on how it's gone so far, yeah. 15-3, that's always indicative of a whitewash. We do know XTC are pretty good on Inferno, though, so that'll be the next map. Hopefully they can put on a better showing. But here, for themselves at least, they'd probably want to get some rounds here to at least regain some confidence. Meanwhile, WOG, well, if you want to put your stamp on it and really dent your opponent's confidence, then close it out now.
Well, we've got the oldest strat in the book.
Oh, the A side take.
The A default.
Everybody knows it in matchmaking. If you don't, I'm very disappointed in you. Personally disappointed in you. And in they go. Everybody flashed though, so that's not helping them find anything just yet. But the wall of smokes is going to reap some dividends at least. There's the kill through the smoke from Zin. Spaz also getting one as well, adding to the kill from Viking. 4v2 situation, ADM and Crucial under a lot of pressure now. So those smokes are fading, and that is going to expose them to the waiting defense.
No bomb plant either, so ADM and Crucial will have to fight their way out of trouble here. Crick's still holding at B, and apparently that's a very interesting thing for the order director to take
I'm
us
switching
to.
it, man. I can't deal with that. We'll go to ADM. I think he's probably the man who's going to take contact here, considering his HV.
He should be the one. He's also got the AK, so that'll need to change. Crucial now does also upgrade. ADM's going to be looking for a fight. And is it going to work out? Crucial's going to take over, and take over he does, as brings one player to ground. Lots of damage dealt to 4 players here, and Crucial, going to take the fight. They're going to try and take control of CT spawn. That is very critical to do.
Oh no.
And they're going to realize that Zipzip is close. Crucial does get one, but it's already traded out. Zipzip, the man in favor, and HP very much in favor of XTC. Spaz with the cheeky angle does kill Crucial, and that will be a 4th round, a lonely 4th round, as it were, for the XTC boys.
Yeah, they finally get something out of this game. And very lucky as well to get a couple of those kills through the smoke. But of course, you make your own luck. You know the angles. You know what you're doing as a player. So you can't quite describe it fully to luck. But anyway, 15-4 at this point. RMP going to bring out the AWP on the T side. He's looked pretty good on that particular weapon. So let's see if he can maybe crack things open. And for XTC, economy under a bit of pressure in the form of Zin on the scout.
Yeah, they also don't have much utility in the hands of Zipzip, so I mean he's been awfully quiet tonight, and that's one of the critical players for XTC to be going. He's going to take quite a bit of damage as well. I think Molly just spreading there.
I hate it when that happens, man. It is the worst thing in this game. You think you're safe, and the Molly moves.
Yeah, it's not exactly the best mechanic in CS, I think.
Did you see that video from Molly? 3 Clicks Philip where he tried to figure out which way the Molly will spread, and it turns out it's a combination of randomness and which direction it last bounced, that's why it's so unpredictable, arbitrary. You know, super unpredictable.
Yeah, it's completely arbitrary, to basically be honest.
Yeah, to answer your question, this is map 1. And I guess we'll see how long map 1 is going to continue. XTC putting on a brave fight here against WOG, who pretty much wrecked them the last time they played in the previous leg. So XTC definitely got a bit to play for here to show their credentials as a potential championship team, which they have been the rest of the season, but definitely not against WOG somehow.
Yeah, Crucial doing huge damage to Zin there, but taking quite a bit in return. And that still leaves it very shaky. It's 30 seconds left. I mean, WRG's got to get a move on. They haven't got any map control. They've got nothing really going their way. And they're going to be just, the contact B play, that does not seem like the best idea. They're going to absolutely have to get a kill here. ADM's got to be the point man. He's got to make it work. But you can see the timings are all shot to pieces as XTC is rotated in. They're just cleaning up here. Zin and Crick, Zipzip and Crick doing fantastic. Okay.
Never mind. Okay, so what's just happened there? The classic TGL cast. There isn't a delay on the server change, so we're on about a 2 to 3 minute delay on GoTV. So what that meant is the very next round, WRG won, and the players didn't wait for us. It happens, guys. Do apologize. So that means it would have been the 16-5.
Yeah, it would have been 65.
Yep. So there you go. That's what happened. In the meantime, I think we will take a quick break before the next map continues, and we'll catch you guys in a few minutes. Do stick around. Thank you for everybody showing up for VS Masters, this particular first broadcast of this leg.
I never thought that I would see you again with your crooked smile and those perks I resent. But it seems like things are changing right before my eyes. You said you'd always love me, but we both know you lied. And I gave a shit, and you still packed all your stuff. And I gave you the world, but enough is enough. Now I know these are different. I know that you're different. Just know that I let go the next time you hear this. I never thought that I would be here alone. I'm just like a ghost now, I just here to roam. I know things are different, I know that I'm different. Just know that I let go the next time you hear this. And I gave a shit, and you still packed all your stuff. And I gave you the world, but enough is enough. Now I know these are different. I know that you're different. Just know that I let go the next time you hear this. And I know that next year I'll move on from this rut. I'll let time do its work, and I'll patch up this cut. And I know that next year I'll move on from this rut. I'll let time do its work, and I'll patch up this cut. Free from the handcuffs, sprung past the chains. The answer's always very clear. When the guilty is to blame, I'm moving mountains, oh can't you see? I won't stop till you surrender. I won't stop until I'm free. The past, it will find you. Unveil your face of shame, haunting and reminding that the truth remains. Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground, because you never had the courage to Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground because you never had the courage.
And it does appear that we are back. Mr. Prof, can you hear me, my good sir?
This would be correct.
Ah, good. Good to know, because yeah, audio issues seem to be my speciality as a former audio engineer. I don't know how I keep getting it wrong.
It's the universe out to get you, proving that you don't know everything, even though you think you might.
I do know everything. I do. Everything about everything. But talking about the not knowing everything thing, I think for xTc, they're continually surprised at what WRG have been dishing out. And I'm very excited to see WRG here on the pistol round on the second map after taking the first map so emphatically. This feels almost like a repeat of the previous series in Leg 2. WRG looking really strong. CT side for xTc here on Inferno, though, so they'd be looking to make a good start to maybe be a factor in this game.
Can I scare you with something extremes?
Oh, geez. Zip just scared Crucial, I think.
Yeah, you scared the hell out of Crucial there.
Oh,
Stroky is
jeez.
going to go down the creek
Crick.
now, pitching up big time. And Maniac, the last remaining player, all of a sudden.
Okay, that went by a little bit quicker. Scare me quickly. What was it?
The last time these two teams played on Inferno,
Hmm.
xTc got 2 rounds.
Two
on
rounds.
CT side.
Wow, so they're already halfway there. That's exciting.
Yes.
xTc with a good start in the pistol round. They will buy up, and of course the force buy coming in from the terrorist side here, WRG. And they'll be looking to get up close and personal with those CZs. Of course, those are mini AWPs. If only it had a scope, it would be even better.
Yeah, it's an airstrike coming in. Are they aware of Thruki? It doesn't matter if they're aware of it. Viking is going to bring him low, and all of a sudden Viking looking pretty solid to start things off here. Zip also last kill, or kill in that last round, certainly helping him out.
Yeah, 4 HP on RMP. Not looking for people to rush him, please. Not on 4 HP.
He does have that deagle though, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility that he could get a kill or two. Zin, he's got the angle on Maniac, and that's all he needs.
So picks the timing correctly. Looked like he maybe wanted to drop off the wall there, but had he done so, maybe could have come undone, but that would have been possibly the only chance. Yeah, ADM on the angle though. Maybe he can make it work. But Crick, from this angle in the previous round, was so strong, and he might find those heads yet again. And he does find one before Spaz is there to round it out for his team. So 2-0 for xTc. Great start for them. They've already equaled their record on the previous time they played. So I think that's got to be a feather in the cap, right?
Yeah, I mean, they'll be
a
happy
dubious
with it.
one.
Yeah.
shall we say.
Sort of like an attendance award at school.
Lucky you weren't sick ever and you didn't get to stay home.
Yeah, one of those.
Deagle, only real weapon here for them. Does deal a little bit of damage, but probably not enough to matter. Viking just blasting away here and gets himself two. The second one actually through the smoke. The airstrike coming in, and it'll get a kill. Viking with another kill there. Not much for Maniac left here. Ooh, dinks him through the smoke though.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get even one kill, I think it's a plus, but that's not going to happen. He's got to deal with a flying Zin, and a flying Zin is a deadly creature.
Turns out to be the case. I mean, Flying Zin does sound like some kind of alien creature.
I mean, there's the new Avatar, or the new Avatar movie coming out soon. Maybe they come up with something called a flying Zin. Who knows?
Okay. We'll see. We'll have to ask Johan if he wants to be an avatar. He's tall enough. I mean, he could be one of those blue people. Anyway, moving on.
Would you want to be one of those blue people, though? They look really weird.
Okay, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, actually.
Probably not. I would assume it's somewhere in between politically incorrect and well, no.
It's not for PG audiences. I just remembered. Oh wait, this is on my channel, but PG audience. It's for a tournament provider. Oops. So we won't go there. Viking with a great start so far has yet to die. He was the guy for them the other day in ESEA that did some major work. they'll be looking to him to spearhead things. One of the oldest members of this team, along with Zin. Used to play against them all the time. They were scrim partners back in 2015, back when I had hair.
Jeez, that must have been like 50 years ago then.
No, 2015. That's not 50 years ago. What are you talking about?
I don't know, dude. Are you sure reality is really as long as you think it is?
Yeah, well, we're all in the simulation, according to Anders, so... Don't know about reality. Very slow out of WRG so far. Taking some control towards lane here, so maybe they're looking to hit the A site. The bomb's there, so you got to think, and Auto Director does not seem interested in that at all. So I'm going to switch it, RMP. Let's see what he can find, yeah.
Yeah, it does look like an execute onto the A site. It looks like they're trying to take a fight. It's actually going to be not a B split. I thought it might be for a second. ZipZip does get one kill, but immediately traded out. RMP's pushed through the through CT spawn. They're trying to win fights here. Maniac running out of bullets, and that is a bit of a problem. Does eventually clean it up with that Glock. 7 seconds left. Spaz has not been checked. Will get one before going to ground, and it's lastly up to Zin. 2 players very, very low, so in the wildest possibility, it is there, but it's not likely at all.
Jeez. That kill from Maniac, I think he got so lucky there. Had he gone down, that was probably the round, considering how little time there was left. And also Spaz, of course, wasn't checked in pit either, so things could have gotten rather nasty. And talking about rather nasty, RMP just drops in there at long range from library with the one taps. Sexy.
Yeah, sexy indeed, as the final, well, the first round for White Rabbit Gaming goes their way. This does, of course, mean that xTc go to the better weaponry. ZipZip with that classic AWP. Interesting that he wasn't actually AWPing on Mirage. I mean, they didn't really have money to be AWPing all that often, but still didn't really pick it up. I think it was Zin the one that was grabbing it on the rounds that they did have the big green in their hands.
Yeah, 3 players on their team that can actually pick up the AWP. And Isaac, you turned out to be right. Caster's Curse, yet to die. I said about Viking, and then he thusly summarily died immediately. Jeez, I just wish I knew how to wield this power that I have as the caster cursing other teams. Because when I try to actually influence things, it never works.
Oh, Terugje. He's going to influence the scoreboard in favor of ZipZip.
Yeah, nice entry kill for ZipZip. He wasn't really pushing anywhere, but you can still call it an entry since it was first blood. Zin on the wall again. This is a position that he has favored a little bit in the past. The flash will force him off there. You can see he was tempted to go for the peak. They're using the utility really well here to flush out these xTc players.
That they are. And taking a bit of a slow approach. ADM now on the lurk. He could do some huge damage here if he gets his timings right at the moment. He's really just keeping presence at the A site. And it does look as though Spaz is aware of the possibility. And possibility is not going to be accepted. There's ZipZip rotating around, trying to do whatever he can. He's going to run through and pick up ADM though. And White Rabbit Gaming now looking to make something happen. They're going to have to run the gauntlet that is ZipZip, and that starts off perfectly well there with a kill on the man himself. They're going to now push through CT spawn. They're going to catch Spaz by himself, and Viking, his position is fortuitous, but his shots are not. RMP now has to decide which bomb site he wants to go to. He's got no time at all here, so he's going to have to run in and go for the plant. He will not be aware that Crick is there, so he's going to have to plant safe as he can. And Crick is going to rush him. Not the best spot to choose as RMP goes down.
That's the one time where he didn't want somebody to rush him, as his name sort of implies there. And the harsh reset coming in there, only 5,000 on RMP, the rest of them a little bit worse for the wear from an economy point of view. I nearly used the Swedish term there, but yeah, not allowed to do that either, so won't go there. 72 on Viking. ZipZip coming alive in the previous round as well, and they need a bit more of that.
Yeah, we were singing through his praise in the last map, and he's still waiting to. I guess WRG is still waiting for him to arrive. Maybe he missed the bus or the tram.
Doing the
Who
bot off.
knows? Yeah.
I wouldn't mind rocking the bot off, to be honest. You know, in a show match. I don't mean, you know, getting no kills. I just mean playing in a show match. Ooh, how did he miss that?
I have no idea.
Because you know I'd get kills, bro. Definitely better than James.
Well, I mean, to be fair, James does play against a lot better players than you would ever have played against.
You just insulted the entire South African player base.
Did I?
Guys, please notice this. Deagle on the angle, and he could find it. I almost thought he would. That second shot looked dead on, but Zin gets him, of course, no armor, so Zip, that's quite a ballsy peek, and he wins it anyway. Gets another one, in fact, as well. Crick on hand. Yeah, took him a while to respond to the head there, but he does get it done in the end. And crucial, well, he may end up not getting his team a single kill, and that's going to be the case. Viking decapitating him there. 5-1. xTc looking far better on Inferno than Mirage, and also far better just in general. This is their map pick, though, as far as I'm aware. No, actually, it's WRG's pick. So
Yes.
what is going on?
What is going on? WRG can't seem to find a single entry frag, and they're in rather deep trouble. Zip has come alive, and that's not something you ever want to be dealing with if you're his opposition.
Oh, on the angle, yeah, Crick getting a little bit too aggressive, I'd say, with 3 people facing him there. And I never think that's really advisable on a buy round. It's quite a good thing to go for if you know you're facing pistols, because they can't really hit you effectively at that sort of range. But unless you've got a good read, it's probably not a great idea.
No, and also not to hang around that long. You'd probably spend, what, a good 2-3 seconds in that area. Should have taken the shot and then fallen back immediately. Ooh, ADM. Almost getting caught out there. Sorry, Maniac, actually, almost getting caught out there. As they do look to take control of the A apps to WRG. And, I mean, WRG has done virtually nothing with B. They've consistently allowed xTc to take control of that area, which means that they have no method of actually rooting Zin out there. And he's just, well, in this case, Viking, but Zin's been the player the last couple of times. It's just massive amounts of information and control for WRG. So, sorry, for xTc. So, I mean, WRG making a mistake now as Viking is going to retreat into side, but you can see how quickly xTc is able to make those rotations as soon as their point man gets the information.
Viking, though, needs to find himself some kills. Yeah, and he drops the bomb, in fact. That's going to delay them quite nicely, but still in a 3v2, and the smoke is down. And Zip sniffs out the flank and takes 2 bites at it, but he does get it in the end. And I think if that flank had gotten one of them, that probably would have been the round there. Still very possible here, within the realms of possibility for ADM and RMP, and equally for the retakers. On the angle, though, are they going to expect RMP's position? Jeez, the angle, the change there, and then this attempted spray transfer, that looks so good. ADM, though, putting a ton of pressure on Zip. He needs to hit this, but I don't know if he can. The shadow is going to betray him. ADM takes him down, and finally WRG doing something here, 5-2.
Yeah, and that was a near-run thing. I actually do think that late lurk there through the CT spawn was probably the thing that eventually ended up winning the round for WRG. They needed to just keep the pressure off the player planting, and that's exactly what they did. Forced Zip at the very least to turn around and take that fight, and allowed his team to get into better spots. So very, very well played there. Zin showing that he's not too shabby on that AWP either, as he brings RMP to ground, and all of a sudden there's not a whole lot that White Rabbit Gaming can do to reply in kind.
Jeez, the balls to go for that peek down mid. Trying to mix it up, but that's so easy to give away an early pick there. So, gotta commend the man. Zin going for it, and he gets it. And that's a great start here for xTc. Of course, in the previous round, they were a man down early on. This time around, they're a man to the good. That's going to set them up pretty well. And economy still fragile here for the T side. So the T's are going to be looking to turn it around. Where they're going to find that, though, however, with the map control that xTc tends to establish early on, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, White Rabbit Gaming's not done a fantastic job, though, of really taking map control in this round. Pushed a little bit on A, and haven't really forced out any rotations, haven't really forced xTc to reconsider any plans. So it's just going to be a contact play at the B site, and with that information, Zip will be dealing with quite a few plays. He's going to get 2 spray down through the flash, and Viking not able to complete the second, but pulls out the USP and does it anyway. There we go. Very, very easy round for the CT side.
Jeez, Zip fully flashed, and he just sprays down 2. We were saying that he needed to show up, and he has 10 and 3 as his KD at the moment, looking pretty good. And as we were saying, the 2 best players in the previous map for WRG was Truchi and Crucial, and they're both sitting on 1 kill.
Yeah, So, how those two performing, as you can see, once your star players go missing, tend not to do very, very well here. Although it's still within reason for White Rabbit Gaming at the moment. xTc, they're looking to make some mad bank in the next couple of rounds, though. So it's unlikely White Rabbit gets much done with the equipment that they do have.
He had an intentional flash. I don't think it must have been. That bounced really weirdly. Crick, though, under a ton of pressure, but he gets two. Doing some fantastic work with Crick. RMP coming in, along with ADM, to equalize things. And on that sort of distance, somehow gets a kill against the AWPer. What on earth is going on here? ADM will get the bomb plant, but that should never have happened. xTc there, and particularly ZipZip. He's looked so good. He needed to hit that.
Should have hit that. By all rights. I mean, that was more difficult to miss than it was to hit. At the end of the day, xTc giving away one of the weirdest rounds I've seen in quite a while.
Jeez, ADM's got to be feeling very lucky / very skillful for hitting that headshot at that range of the CZ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you got to feel for Crick there. I mean, he does just about all you could do from Pit. Gets 2 kills, then gets brought down, and the rest of the team just collapses on the A site. ZipZip not able to hit what should have been, you know, an easy kill by his standards.
Yeah, and that's put the economy of the CTs absolutely in the toilet. And it's possibly not a clean toilet as well, by the look of it.
No. Zen cops a bit of damage through that wood pile there, as White Rabbit Gaming now do have control of the xTc economy. Losing a couple of players to get into that point, though, but at the end of the day, they're still deadly. ADM down low. But White Rabbit Gaming once again making the correct guess that B is lesser defended site.
Getting a fair bit of information. I wonder if the rotate's going to come in here. Biking on the exploratory, well, the reconnaissance, shall we say. I was going to call it an exploratory mission, but I keep calling it a mission. Need another word. We'll go with some reconnaissance there. And at 6-3, xTc still in the lead here, but they do have some weaponry with which to potentially be dangerous. And with WOG's seeming indecision as to where to go, they tend to leave it pretty late. They might end up going towards that AK.
Yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, xTc's actually rotated everybody out of the A side, so it's a gamble. You can't really blame them for that.
I was trying to sound smart, man, and it failed.
I mean, okay, if you want to sound smart, then you don't need to use reconnaissance. You could just use reconnoiter.
Wow, that does sound smart. I should have done that. Maybe they would have listened to me then.
Doubt it.
Nope. So, clean side
Just extremes. Nobody listens to him.
Cool. In the fields, bro. Well, that should be the round pretty much. It's just going to be some exit frags that the CTs will be looking for. No kits on them, unless miracles happen, and they do. That's one of the nice things about Counter-Strike, is that they do actually happen. Can't see WOG being punished here, and that was rather casual from RMP.
Yeah, dismissive backhand there, as they will actually just force Crick to take a hike to the B side. He's got himself that AK as well. So xTc, I mean, good economy management in this round, to be fair. They rescued the AK and are just going to be looking for exit frags more than anything else. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to find any, although ADM could go down. He's not in the best of health. Ooh, 3 HP, very, very close. But xTc won't be too sad about that. They have more than enough money to buy for this round. They've got themselves an AK and a couple of deadly sidearms as well. So White Rabbit Gaming will need to do a lot more at the moment. Truchi still 1 for 10 at this stage, and Crucial. Neither of those two on the board yet, so to speak. And those two need to come alive, because ZipZip certainly has, and the way he continues can be a very, very painful day for White Rabbit Gaming.
Yeah, quite the turnaround again, we must mention, after all the bodying that was experienced by xTc at the hands of WOG on the previous map. I do like how xTc take quite a lot of banana control early on, which WOG haven't really done a lot to stop so far. Anyway.
They've done nothing to stop it. They've never even really contested it, to be fair.
Jeez, and it's got so much space here to work with, and that allows the extra player there to rotate over to A, in case there's any kind of A incursion, and they'd probably be right based on that that particular read at the moment.
I just think, I mean, this is the same thing that Astralis is able to do. They just take massive amounts of control at at B, and then they rotate basically everybody off and leave one player at the B side. So it's just allowing the CTs to consistently stack 4 players on the A side because you don't contest Banana is I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think it's just it should be easier to take control of Banana.
Yeah, that's what we saw in the ESEA semi-final between Energy and Goliath Gaming. Black Poison just hung out at B bomb site, and Goliath could do nothing about it because of the Banana control that they established early on. Rotating towards the now, ADM gets himself a very nice headshot, but Zin is hearing the stampede coming towards him. They're running like elephants. They don't have a lot of time. 20 seconds here, and Zin needs to land some kills here to slow them down at least. He gets one. He drops the bomb. And that may just be enough, but the problem is, are the numbers enough for xTc as the bomb goes down? 4v3.
That problem is they have no utility on this retake either, so it is an incredibly tough one. If they do attempt it, I would almost suggest just allow it to go against the run of play, and that will be that. So White Rabbit Gaming pick up another round. That'll be their 3rd in a row. So xTc, after a wonderful early start, starting to look just a little bit shaky in these last few rounds.
Yeah, looking mortal as opposed to indomitable. That's a hard word, guys.
Indomitable.
Indomitable. I'm sorry, guys. I need more coffee. Been a very, very long day. Indomitable. There we go. Got it. So 6-5, is it? Yeah,
6-5?
It changed. Sorry, brain fart. I've had a few of those tonight, guys, including breaking the Go TV early on. So if you were here right at the very beginning of the broadcast, we did miss the pistol round. That's my fault. I take responsibility. Meanwhile, they probably need a little bit more of the taking responsibility coming out for Crucial and Turkey as well. If they were here, I'd almost say, you know, based on what we saw in the previous map, that xTc might not even be in this.
Yeah. Very, very odd one at the moment. And finally, we have some contesting of Banana, and you can see we're going to have a very up close and personal fight. Zin does lose it, unfortunately. Viking also taking huge damage, but gets the kill and the bomb. They now need to fight their way out of trouble here. Viking just needs to retreat. He does not need to fight this at the top of Banana. He is almost certainly going to get burnt out of position here. While he's go through, White Rabbit Gaming going to try make something happen. Is Crick, and he's going to get caught out by Truchi for his 3rd kill. xTc is here in force at the top of Banana though, and unfortunately this is going to pin them into a very small area. Lots of mollies still available for White Rabbit Gaming, and this is not the best situations for xTc. They need to make certain that they are covering all potential exits and entries into the B side.
ADM on the long lurk, and that could potentially bite them. Does look like is it Zip actually waiting for him there. So as long as the 2 players towards the bomb can hold, ADM shouldn't be effective here theoretically. But WRG still got the numbers for sure, and Viking on low HP as well. That's going to make it a little tougher. Spaz. Oh, ADM finds Zip, and I think that could be the round. That's a huge, huge kill here. He's going to come in to clean it up as well. Spaz, the last man left alive, and what? Somehow getting the kill. If he gets on the angle here, this could be big. Spaz in a tense situation. Player just on the other side of the wall, and of course Spaz on 30 HP, so he essentially needs to instantly land the shot here, but decides not to peek it, so he's going to try play the long game, so to speak. ADM with the plant, and Spaz, well, what is it? Where does it leave him? Does he save the weapon? Does he try for it? Looks like he's trying for it, but he's on 30 HP against this angle. He would have to hit some sort of crazy shot here.
Yeah, he doesn't have head armor either, so ADM could definitely bring him to ground. Smoke's going to help him a little bit. Does ADM suspect the jump? That should be the next possibility. He's actually getting up close just to make life much harder. He must have seen the edge of the scope there. Did he? He did indeed. He's going to catch Spaz. Shoots him in the backside. And xTc, after a great start, now, I mean, I wouldn't say falling apart just yet, but a lot of the big guns have gone quiet.
Yeah, they have. And ADM, the new addition to the team, he's looking good with a hero around there. 9 and 7 on the KD as well. So he's definitely helping them back into this. On the other side, we haven't seen Zip get a kill in a few rounds, because he was on 10 probably a good 3 rounds ago. So that's maybe a potential issue for them. But 6 all here, still leveled up, and they've got the pistols to work with to xTc. So they could potentially sting, but not if ADM is hitting shots like that. He's looking so good here. Troki coming in and finally getting on the board. Is that his second kill? Third kill. Jeez. I remember the days of 22 and 6.
Yeah, I was a scant hour ago.
Jeez, not too long ago, but team still in a very good position overall, facing a weaker buy. So you got to think this round should be in the bag here for WRG. And 7 on CT side and Inferno. That's no mean feat. So another, well, fairly easy kill there. I mean, Crick usually very good at those sorts of ranges, but against the AK, he's not going to prevail. Still very passive out of WRG, not pushing anywhere just yet.
Well, they're clearing out the A side at the moment, so that should give them the information that the A side is open. You can see the bomb immediately does rotate over there. I would not be leaving RMP at the top of Banana with an AWP, though. There we go. Yeah, he does now retreat.
Decides not to give them the free gun after all.
Well, he's going to use it as bait. He's the classic Extremes fisherman, and it's not going to work out, though. That's one of those small things that, like, you'll see a couple of top-level players do. They always make certain that they police the brass. Like, they'll always get rid of those weapons to make certain that there's things like that can't happen.
Exactly. Spaz there with a nice shot. He's got armor as well, so he's going to be desperately looking to hang on to this weapon, but they are absolutely trooping towards him. They've got money.
Not enough to actually justify losing more than one player here at best.
Spaz, he's going to roast. Roast Spaz. I don't know. Don't fancy it. Maybe you're the right source. 7-6. xTc in, well, a fairly difficult position. They could still win the half, but would need to win this round and win it rather emphatically. WRG will still be able to buy in the next round regardless of what happens. It's just Maniac with fairly low money. So WRG pretty well placed here to potentially make it 8.5 win for themselves.
Yeah, and Zip again, they've actually handed it over to Zin again. So switching up the AWPer, maybe just the round that he did have it, perhaps just spawn-based, not 100% certain there. Either way, xTc not looking as great as they did. RMP actually cops quite a bit of a beating there from that grenade.
Like the boost on Spaz, that's quite a clever one there, rather than on the Ducky going for the flower pots. A lot of controls towards A being attempted here. RMP looked almost like it was on.
Yeah, except the CZ with her wild spray isn't really the best weapon. Just massive stack at the top of A here for the xTc boys.
It's also interesting how forward they all were there for a while. Oof. Then missing a shot that he, well, actually did hit him, but doesn't kill him. That's always disappointing as an AWP. I hate that.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you can see how much control xTc has just because they can park them at the top of Banana, and there's no contesting of that position. Like, they should just root him out there. Look, they still have tons of utility. Just get him out of there. Just milling around the top of mid is not going to get you anything done because xTc is going to get one flash in here, if they do. And then Zip's going to get easy frags. Check this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. He's not going to land the third. Spaz actually helping him out. But I mean, line them up and knock them down. That's just... I don't understand.
Yeah, that wasn't great out of WRG. They've certainly been on point with their aim duel abilities, but in terms of the tactical approach on this map, it's not quite worked for them. I think their individual skills certainly saved them and put them in the position that they were in the lead up until... well, 3 seconds from now, but in general, xTc with a slightly better approach to the map, I'd say.
Certainly in that round. I mean, it's just confusing to me why WRG doesn't contest Banana at all.
Well, we were asking ourselves this between Goliath and Energy as well, weren't we? So, yeah. It's a fairly elementary thing that you see at the higher levels of Counter-Strike. So, you know, I mean, fairly new team as well. We do need to cut them that slack. ADM also just joined, so they've still got time. xTc, however, don't really have time. If they lose this map, then it is all over in this particular best of 3. There are 1 map down and rather a large beating they took on Mirage. So they desperately need this, and the half win would be a great place to start. 7-7 here in the final round of the half, shall I say. And again, that deep Banana control coming through. And poof, Viking giving him a little tickle through the smoke.
Yeah, just a bit of damage there. Crucial down to 75. At the moment, WRG is just looking for anything to come out. Flash. And Spaz's clever little boost is not going to work out though. Massive crossfire is going to work perfectly. Maniac gets second kill. Does he get a third? He's going to need to do it. He does indeed. And that's the A side open. Maniac has taken huge amounts of damage for this though. And Crucial is his only backup. It's a 2 versus 2. They'll get the bomb plant down. But you have to favor xTc in this situation. 2 kits. They do only have a flash though. That might be a bit of a problem. Since there is going to be 2 Molotovs going down in the same spot. And Maniac now only has a flash left.
Maniac in a very good position on the angle here to do some work. Viking looking for it. He spots Maniac out and will get him. Crucial now needs to do some work and unfortunately not able to do any work. Then getting himself a kill. And there is the half win there for xTc, 8-7. I'm sorry if you guys think we're not impartial. I do apologize that it's coming across that way, but I can assure you that we are. And going into the second half, yeah, it will be pistol round xTc in the lead. WRG, of course, still in a pretty good position. 7 rounds from T side is very good on Inferno. Just pause coming in as we've lost the player, so we'll just wait for that player to reconnect.
Full complement. Second pistol ready to go.
Yeah, looks like we are just about ready to go. So let's see how things play out here. WRG in a very good position if they can win the CT pistol. I'd say they're paving the way to a pretty clean 2-0 here. Just depending, of course, on what xTc have on the T side. This is VS Masters. It is the second map. WRG won the first one. Of course, if you are just joining us, we appreciate you guys being here. And on this particular map, xTc with a very narrow lead, which probably isn't enough of a lead, I'd say, after their CT side. They had so much map control, and poof, ADM with a beautiful shot and zip. That's definitely going to help the WRG case at this particular point.
Yeah, wonderful start there for the White Rabbit Gaming side. As xTc, this stage looking like they're going to hit A is RMP. How much the information did he get? I think he's gotten a lot more than he probably would have guessed. He could have. Does huge damage to Viking as well, and all of a sudden it leaves it in a rather awkward situation. Is he going to take another fight? He's not going to. Crick shoots him in the face. That will be that. White Rabbit Gaming at the moment. Still 3 players on A, so they could potentially deal with this. But xTc going to make the move towards B, where ADM once again. Is it? No, they've actually swapped that out for Crucial this time. So Crucial is going to be holding the top of Banana there.
4v4 situation, 50 seconds on the clock. xTc looking to take it towards that B bomb site, and the defender they're actually holding quite deep is Crucial, but it's a very common position to be in, and you can waste the terrorists' time so effectively from that position as well. So, and actually they've taken maybe a little bit too long here. The defense has rotated over, and this could be really good for WRG, except Spaz somehow hits a jumping shot there. Crucial doing some work, but he needs more than that. Only 1 kill so far, dancing around, somehow staying alive for a really long time. And that's going to be xTc getting the bomb plant. 3v1 situation for Maniac. We know how good he is on pistols. I think there's a kit lying somewhere in the site, but he's only got the scantest of chances. Yeah, he needs to find an early kill here, and he needs to find it quickly.
And xTc is not going to give it to him at the moment, so Maniac does grab that kit, gives himself an extra 5 seconds to work with. Does he have the wherewithal to find all 3 players? They're going to set up Crossfire. Crick is just going to kill him off. So 9 rounds in favor of xTc, and White Rabbit Gaming will be very disappointed with that. They had positioned themselves correctly, and especially getting that opening kill. And then just sort of giving it away.
Hopefully this particular round will be a little bit less cancerous. I mean with the casting, but let's see what RMP can do with that deagle. Hit some shots there. Not going for the full force here, which I think is probably an astute option. Truth the nade doing big damage there. And well, with not fully forcing it is going to mean when they do come in with the buy, it'll actually be particularly good compared to what you'd usually see when a lot of teams go for that full force in the second round.
Yeah, there's quite a few of the pro teams that are doing this right now. They just go for Deagles, no armor, and they can buy extra pieces of utility in that third buy round is Viking. And Zipzer pick up the first kills of the round. Truchi also not much to write home about in terms of HP, and that will be that for the moment. Team B, aka xTc, well favored in this round.
Ooh, nice shot from Maniac. That's some good work from him. Still very low HP on these WRG players. The Deagles do bite. But with a single player there on B and the bomb encroaching pretty quickly, it's tough to see what they can do. Of course, the Deagles can work miracles. ADM and co. Very good with those guns. Of course, ADM on the other bomb side, but the bomb will go down and maybe just a retake situation. I thought they might choose to fight it, but they decided not to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of retake they'd be able to get going with the weapons that they have and the HP that they have. The rookie goes down to the tickle, the feather.
Yeah, not much required to put him down there, but yeah, good start for xTc here. For WRG, when we do see the buy, of course, we might even see double offs, thanks to this particular round where they decided not to fully invest. So next will be the full save. A couple of weapons still on them, so they do have the opportunity to do some damage in the next round.
Yeah, ADM actually picking up that Galil. Don't really have anybody with armor to take advantage of it, so they've given it over to Maniac. And at the moment, still just waiting. WRG desperately needs Turkey to just pitch up to this game at the moment. He and Crucial have been so quiet.
Very quiet on this particular map after being absolutely incendiary on the previous map. Viking looking to farm up some cash, gets himself one and another as well, so a cool $1,200 in the bank there for them. 3 SMGs here because they know they're facing players with no armor. So it should be a formality here. So going into the actual buy round, what do you see? You see another kill coming in for Zip there. Ooh, somehow getting dropped by... In fact, 2 kills coming in. So this has proved to be a little bit expensive. Very expensive, in fact. Maniac doing huge work before going down. And geez, if Truchi had caught him there, he still actually has the opportunity to catch him at the top of mid. And it's just going to be milliseconds in it. That's not going to make it possible. So the bomb plant will come in. No armor on Truchi, but he's still going to fancy his chances here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what chances there are to fancy. It's extraordinarily low, especially because he's running into Spaz and Crick right now. But Truchi has done quite a bit of work previously, and unfortunately, the weapon and the armor just not helping him out at all.
Not at all. So 11-7, we will see the first full buy round here for both sides. And, well... They seem to be debating it at some length to WRG. Eventually
yeah, probably just trying to figure out who's going to buy the AWP, I guess.
Double AWPs.
Double AWPs.
Well, that's pretty big. Crucial and RMP. RMP's shown himself to be rather a danger with that weapon. Crucial, more dangerous with the rifle so far, but let's see if he can make the AWP work for his team. And this is a big round here for WRG to make sure that they assert some sort of control over the CT side, because of course the pistol went awry and they didn't manage to win any of the forces or eco round, shall we say.
xTc with a very early movement towards that A site, like not even really bothering with B, and they might catch White Rabbit Gaming with their pants down. Do they? They grab themselves ADM, who's fallen off the boost spot. Actually, no, it's Mania for the boost spot there. He's going to eventually get brought down, but RMP does get that second kill. So we're in the retake pretty early on in the round here, as Zin, Spaz, and Crick will be looking to combat the remaining players of White Rabbit Gaming at the moment. And Double Orps is going to make a very, very tough retake here for WRG. They don't have a hell of a lot of utility to get inside either, so it's going to rely on some fantastic shots. And it's mostly up to Trochi to open things in this case.
Ooh, very nice shot from Zin there on the angle. And that was the player they needed to open things. And you can see already the save call coming in there. Double Orps of what they got left. And an exit kill, which is going to help their cause a little bit. But that's all they're going to get, unfortunately. Spaz wildly trying to jump on his teammate's head there. And it's not going to be enough, of course. You're only going to be usually left, as you can see, with Crick on 14 HP in that corner. So maths going awry there. And that's actually a fairly good result in terms of the players that died for WRG, but not very good overall for the map, because there's not many rounds left with 12-7 on xTc. No,
they're going to have to force up in this round as well, just to see if they can get some damage dealt. So, I mean, at the end of that round, I mean, xTc's money's not great, to be honest. There's 3 players you could probably buy, but Zin and Zips are fairly low in terms of cash in hand. And they will definitely need to make sure that they win this round big, does White Rabbit Gaming, and that is the perfect start to it. ADM getting a wonderful kill there with that UMP.
Very nice. Getting aggressive as well, which means he got himself a free weapon. Spraying away there, and I thought he might get the kill, but Maniac actually gets it. That's big for WRG. They're right back in this round.
Yeah, clever little setup there in the A apps, as they do stack 2 players on different angles. Zin, though, turning things around, it brings down Maniac, but still in favor of White Rabbit Gaming at the moment. And White Rabbit Gaming a lot more prone to a very passive B setup here than xTc was. It does allow xTc a lot more play towards the A side, since they, well, while they don't know anything about the B area, White Rabbit Gaming doesn't actually have any advanced knowledge, so it's all up to ADM and RMP to make the frags here. I wonder if ADM did spot him. RMP is going to be the man with the rifle, and that's the best possible start to this round. Zin looking for the plays. He's going to get himself ADM. RMP just needs to survive. He's got to get himself out of trouble. He's going to try and fight himself out of trouble. Not really the best way to do it. It's Trochi, Crucial, and RMP once again. A retake with double orbs. This is going to be a tricky one.
Yeah, I don't know how xTc actually got in there to get the plant, considering the pressure that was coming to bear on them. 16 HP on Zip as well. So they are locked into that site. Double Orps, of course, going to make it difficult. It's going to mean, again, Trochi on that one rifle that they've got available. He needs to find something, and Zip getting the kill. Zin also rounding it out. Taking it into a 1v1, and Crucial, he's still got time, but time is a waste. And actually, this plant is not going to favor Zin at all. He could have stuck it, and he doesn't stick it. Zin destroys him. That was unfortunate for Crucial. I don't think he realized where Zin was. That was his round to win if he'd stuck it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Zin sprays through the box, but no, Zin should have had the angle if he shoots from the corner of the wall there.
Oh, jeez, I feel bad for WRG there, man. In the numerical advantage in the afterplant, they've got the HP as well to deal with. Ooh. Viking coughing a bit of damage from his teammate. And that leaves WRG in a rather compromising situation. Zin burning in the fire and still getting 2 kills nonetheless. 3 kills, in fact. Zin looking good in this round. Unfortunately for this map, might be a bridge too far for WRG at this point. Again, quite a turnaround after that first map. WRG looked absolutely dominant on Mirage.
Yeah, xTc were basically nowhere and have really turned up the heat here. A lot of the big players have come alive in this map, and just looks like WRG have wilted under the pressure, unfortunately.
Yeah, very different to the 16-2 we saw the last time around that these teams played on this particular map. And I don't know, I kind of expected more of the same, to be honest. So, color me pleasantly surprised that xTc have done this well here. There's Viking to round it out. Quad kill in the round for Zin. 14-7, double the score now of WRG. WRG got a lot of work to do in this particular round. They've got the money though, so let's see if they maybe resort to the double AWPs again.
It looks
breath,
like
yeah.
it.
Yep. ADM now with the AWP. Of course, he AWP'd for Flipside near South Africa last year.
That he did. I mean, AWPs haven't really been effective at all for xTc, so this stage, sorry, for WRG, what am I saying? WRG, again, just, they don't really take a very
Oh, my
aggressive
word.
position. And okay, Viking.
He just peeked into that. Viking gets another one. Classic entry, doing some classic Viking stuff, getting himself 2 kills there. And that's blown things wide open. ADM needs to hit some shots, and he's not going to be able to because he gets rounded on from behind. Now that B-bomb site completely, those 2 CT players completely locked out, it's probably save time for them. There's nothing they can do.
Almost certainly save time here. So they will have to allow xTc to get to map point before trying to fight back. Crucial getting spotted.
Whew, that was brave
And-
to peek back
yeah.
into that.
Good kill though.
Yeah, very
Killing
good kill
Watson.
from Crucial, showing that he can wield the AWP with some proficiency. It looks like xTc are rather set in taking these guns away.
Well, they certainly have the money to burn at this stage, and Crucial goes down, not able to hit that shot. They don't really know where Turkey is yet. He's kept pretty quiet, but now will be spotted. He's gonna have to, well, I was gonna say fight his way to safety, but Zip on hand to nullify that idea.
Nice big word there. Sort of as big as the gap between these two teams right now. Not quite as big as WRG put between themselves and xTc on Mirage, but still fairly emphatic here from xTc since they've moved over to the T side, and showing they've got a fairly good handle on this map. It's been one of their good maps recently, but definitely haven't shown it in the last month or so. And there's Crick with a kill. Crucial on the angle here. He could get a lot of work done. Gets 1. Gets 2, in fact. Crucial doing huge work. Not able to get more, though. Turkey there to get the trade, but the trade from the other side coming in there from Crick as well. 2v2 situation. Bomb plant will go down. And it's retake time yet again for WRG. And they've struggled a little bit in these retakes on this map.
Yeah, Inferno is one of the harder maps to retake on, especially that B site. So Zin and Crick still with a wealth of utility if they need it. RMP and Maniac basically expending everything just to get into the site here. Zin is going to play close angle. It's actually going to spammed. He will go down there. Maniac with a fantastic flick and turn things around. Crick, is he going to land it? No, he's not. But does Maniac have the time? He does have a kit, so it should be safe. But it is a near run thing. 1 player left alive.
Never mind. Okay, so we just got DGL'd again there, guys. Apologies. So that means at the very next round, xTc won it. The player's not waiting for us again. I need to have a stern talking to with them, I think. But yeah, I've been trying to get the server config changed, but nope, it's changed over, unfortunately. So that means that xTc won it. We go to the third map. It is Overpass. We do thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you're enjoying it so far. We'll be bringing you the next map in just a few minutes. Grab yourself a coffee and some snacks or something. I think I'm going to have to. It's getting kind of late, and I'm old and all that. See you in a bit.
Cheers.
I know you want it, but you can't see all these problems that are standing at the crossroads between a life and a little land. And there's no turning back once it's in. It's down to dirty needles again. And now you're chasing a wind dream, and you can't stop the cravings. It's always wanting more, and it's become too hard to ignore. You're fighting the sickness war. You're back to perfect black, smooth, yeah. Are you worthy among the worthless when you're living underneath this place? This place is full of runaways, just chasing heroin dreams. Do you sneak out just so you can reach out to the ones who feel the need of the train wreck full of diaries about chasing heroin dreams, and you can't stop the cravings. It's always wanting more, and it's become too hard to ignore. You're fighting the sickness war. You're back to perfect black, smooth.
And we are back. VS Gaming Masters, the first game of the season. Well, leg 3 anyway, if you want to call it a season. This is map 3. First map won very easily by White Rabbit Gaming. Second map won similarly easily by xTc. So let's see, is this one going to be closer? Is it going to be the decider we're looking for? Is it going to be a whitewash to one or the other team? We will find out. WRG on the T side, yeah, going for some aggression towards the B bomb side and finding that early kill.
Yeah, Turkey starting things off well there as he brings down Zin, and Maniac chiming in as well. The captain and ex-leader of xTc both going down here, and leaves Spaz, Viking, and Crick in a situation they'd rather not be part of, because White Rabbit Gaming has massive amounts of map control, and xTC all hunkered down in their sites at the moment. Gonna have to take fights as they come. Not really in the situation you want to be in as ADM, just making a bit of noise on long.
Yeah, keeping a couple players that side, which is going to help their efforts here onto the site. Maniac with the bomb. Sorry, with the smoke there, so the bomb plant is easier, and they get the kill as well. Words failing me. Only Viking left here, and this is very emphatic out of WRG, doing some fantastic work. Viking gets himself a headshot, but is he going to get much more? I kind of doubt it at this point. They know exactly where he is, and unless he gets super lucky here, there's just no way it's going to happen. Truki rounding it out, gets the triple kill, in fact, and finally he started well here. He started so slowly on the second map after absolutely dominating Mirage. It's good to see him back.
Yeah, very, very good. I mean, he's gotten more kills in the first 3 rounds than he did in, what, like the first 6?
Wasn't it the
7?
first half in the previous one? Didn't he end on
Almost.
3 kills?
Something like that, I don't know. It's mental. But either way, WRG will be happy to see him come alive once again. Resurrected from the dead, as it were.
Yeah, great start for WRG. Got the triple AKs with the 2 SMGs to go with it. On a map like Overpass, of course, it's often better to err towards the rifles rather than going too heavy on SMGs in the second round, just because of how long some of those ranges are, particularly towards that A site. And the stack here in Bathroom's not really getting much more than a single kill. They know exactly where Viking is, and he's got no armor. They haven't fully forced it. If Viking gets another one, it'd be a miracle. But no miracles happening. RNG's is not favoring him, and it's going to be Zin who dies last there to ADM. Does get himself a kill at least to make things a little bit more expensive, but very easy here for WRG. 2-0. Good start for them.
Yeah, fantastic shot. They did lose one of the AKs. That's a bit of a problem, but I mean, given that WRG is almost certainly not going to be buying anything, they should be able to farm up quite a healthy reserve.
Yeah, for xTc, they got some flashes. Yes, they're going to look for the classic aggression towards the fountain there. You see that quite often out of teams when they're on the eco. Not going to heal too much though. Viking probably going to get shot in the back here. Somehow actually avoids dying. Crucial with a nice opening and a dink coming in from Viking, but that's about all he's going to get. Everything going WRG's way, and why wouldn't it? They've got all the equipment to work with.
Yeah, looking pretty damn solid. ADM taking quite a bit of damage, but he's just holding the back lines, so unless he does meet a better weapon than a USP, which is not going to happen, Zip does go down, RMP.
Observer getting stuck on a dead body. That wasn't great, but it's not going to matter. Nobody dying for WRG, which is exactly what they would have wanted. Spaz hoping somebody's going to walk past his hidey hole.
Somebody did walk past his hidey hole, and Spaz gets the kill there. Truki does go down, but RMP buddying up will get that second kill. And just like that, 3-0. So things now do start. Orbs come out. Zin once again, the man with the big green in his hands. It's just interesting that Zip hasn't gone for the AWP this game as
much. We saw it a little bit on Inferno, probably what, 5 rounds.
Yeah, there's a 0 there. I mean, I think Zin is probably the default AWPer, but either way, doesn't really make much difference.
In we go. He's crucial. Could have gotten himself a nice headshot there. Just the split second in it. The first buy round here. WRG got all the nades they could possibly want. A little light on the nades are xTc by comparison, but still very good buy for the first, because they didn't fully invest in that second round, and it's heartening to see both of these teams doing that across the maps, because it seems to be the way most international teams are taking it.
Yeah, it is very, very good to see. White Gaming actually just starting off, they're just going to go for, I mean, not quite a rush, but certainly just a default B push, and not a whole lot of anything taking control of his Viking's going to push through the smoke. He's going to take a huge amount of damage. I wonder if he's not just a bit scared there. Timing is going to work out perfectly for him. ADM is on hand to turn things around. Still though, White Rabbit Gaming in a bit of a shaky situation. 2 players have been damaged. xTc is still with a healthy complement. Crucial should not be taking that fight, and he decides the better of it, falls away. And ADM, he can take fights like that as he wins it at range. Spaz trying to span through the box now. Is Zin still with that all? And ADM tap. And Zin is no more.
Jeez,
sorry, Spaz is no more. Zin, yeah, some fantastic shooting there from White Rabbit Gaming. xTc sort of caught with their pants down in that round almost.
Breaking some of my words there, man. that shot from ADM, I think that was the highlight of the round for me there. Nice little one tap, and he's been such a dangerous player for them so far this evening. He's on 5-0-0 so far, so he's had a really good start on this particular map. And we saw him being the best player for WRG on the previous one as well, on Inferno. Had a bit of a slow start on the first map, but
okay, RMP. All right,
why?
Zin through smoke. Seems reasonable.
RMP being dirty there, very, very dirty. Gets himself a very nice kill. Probably slightly surprised himself with that one.
Yeah, he must have been like, what? It's one of those flicks where you sort of just flick to try and take a chance and then never expect it to actually hit.
Viking seems to like this position here in the bathrooms, and it's yielded him some kills, and yet again it does. Very nice headshot there. He shouldn't be around for much longer, one wouldn't think, because they know where he is. Doing a fair bit of damage here, but one kill's not really going to hurt the economy for the T's.
No, not really. They need to get the UTs to expand a lot more utility as well if they really want to do some damage. A couple of things are going out. Zip does go down. Viking the last rated player, and he's going to tee up yet another kill. That's not going to last long. RMP nails him to the wall.
Jeez, Viking's feeling it tonight. He's been performing pretty well overall. And, well, with another buy round coming in, we see the double AWPs coming in here for Zip and Zin. So it's a pretty good setup on a map like this, of course, with the long ranges that are available to you as an AWPer. Going to be an interesting battle between them and RMP, because so far he's been knocking things over with that AWP.
That he has. Truk, he's been just busting down doors. at the moment, 6-2. As White Rabbit Gaming have gotten off to a fantastic start to this half, 5-0 at the moment, and that's on the T side. So xTc in a bit of a danger here of allowing the round to run away from them, and Maniac somehow dodging the shot there from Zin and then just taking him out as well. So that's a huge frag to get. So one of the AWPs go down, and given xTc's investment, they don't have much utility to hold off any sort of retake. So that is a huge kill to get, and certainly one of the methods of just slowing White Rabbit Gaming down.
xTc under a lot of pressure and in a lot of trouble now with that kill coming in. WRG on a map that is CT favored, fairly heavily so as well. They have made a fantastic start on the T side. Finally a kill coming back to xTc. I don't know with this angle. I think ADM should have him here. And wow, he doesn't. xTc destroys him. Viking bringing it back, and it's all gone wrong in this round. There's the bomb dropped, and that should be that, unless RMP can do something magnificent. He hits him, but he doesn't kill him, unfortunately, catching him through the edge of the wall. xTc with the round. Jeez, WRG had that for all money. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know either. I mean, xTc.
I was hoping you were going to come in with the answers.
I mean, xTc hits 2 good shots at B. I mean, pretty solid ones. I would say spectacular, but does a huge amount of work there. White Rabbit came in there and just sort of panics and tries to take fights against Viking. This is, I don't know, it's not a great deal of team play, just allowing angles to be unwatched, and grenade now lands at Troche's feet. There's quite a bit of damage there.
Jeez, he's going to be walking with the limp for a while. Playing soccer with a grenade.
Yeah.
Well, still at 5 already for WRG. They're in a really good position. If they can add even a couple more, let alone win the half, which it looks like they're odds on for doing right now, they could be in a very good position to win this map. So for xTc, they're actually in a worse position than what the scoreline says. And xTc, that was maybe an ill-advised jump across there from Crucial.
It's the second time Crucial's been caught out like that. Jumping across an open monster pipe.
So on ADM and co to do something about it. Of course, the bomb in full view of xTc, and somehow xTc gets taken down, but Viking there with the reply again, keeping the numbers advantage here for xTc, and it's going to be on RMP and Troche to do something about it. Both coming from short, but getting sprayed down in the smoke there. They were also completely flashed as well. Viking knows the angle, and he rounds it out. xTc now on 2. Money actually not as good on WRG as I would have expected.
Lost 2 rounds in a row, so they'll probably just save up here. They're actually going to go for a hero buy on ADM. He's still got a decent enough money to buy into the next round, so it's not the end of the world. I don't really know if he's going to be able to get much done here, but either way, xTc, they will not be aware of the AK, so it could work out.
Not aware indeed. ADM has been rather dangerous with it. Let's see if he can do some work here and maybe recover a couple of weapons for his teammates to make use of. And of course, pistols against double AWP, they can bite, potentially. So definitely by no means a foregone conclusion here for xTc. Just a casual little spraying of bullets among friends there. Nobody actually taking any damage, which is kind of surprising, but that did reveal the AK. Jeez, I thought he might have seen his feet there, but the nade does huge damage.
Troche's been the unfortunate recipient of a number of explosive packages in the last couple of rounds.
Mass rotate towards B from the CTs there for a second. And that's... I think the audio cues came in for WRG, so they've moved back to A, and you can see the CTs making tracks again to get back there, because they realize now that they've been sold the fake that they sold themselves.
Yeah, ADM is the crucial player in this round. He's going to need to get a great start. He does indeed open it up. That'll be Spaz going down, but Zin on hand to start things off well. Zin and Crick combining for the rest of the team. Troche, the last man play, he's actually going to grab himself a AWP that he picked up off the corpse of xTc, so...
Not a bad find.
Yeah, not a bad find. I mean, I think they would have wanted a little bit more than just 2 kills, but you can't really complain about that for WRG, so... I wouldn't call it a win, but it's certainly not a terrible loss at the end of the day either.
No, not too bad for them. Still, of course, with the lead here, 5-3, so they're still pretty well placed, yeah. Quite quite the buy I would have expected after the save. Still tossing out AK, so I assume they're going to go for the full buy, and it looks like that will come in. It's just RMP who might be struggling for a 3.
He's got the AWP.
Oh, there's an AWP. Okay. My math is bad. Sorry.
The AWP is just thrown to the ground. They saved it at the end of the day.
Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. Jeez. Okay. Never mind. So AWP against AWP. No double AWP for xTc this time around. But WOG, with all the equipment their little hearts could possibly want for. And we've seen what they could do against xTc in this half so far. They're still in the lead, so good opportunity here for them to extend that and possibly break the back of xTc in this game.
Yeah, xTc's money is a bit shaky at the moment. They should be able to force up in the next round if required, but it won't be a great one. So xTc, you need to play this carefully. You need to make certain that they keep as many players alive as possible. But White Rabbit Gaming has done a pretty good job at always doing damage on any round that they have lost. So xTc need to make something happen. And xTc's pushing here. This could actually end up going down. I don't think he's going to expect Crucial's position.
Ooh.
Actually, Crucial doesn't expect his position. And xTc starts things off well. That'll be complete control of the B site.
This angle.
Yeah, fiendish.
Ooh, doesn't get a kill out of
Spaz
it,
also
though.
holding close.
Somehow doesn't get a kill. Spaz gives his position away and still gets the kill nonetheless. That's a little bit of a strange one. But he's not going to be around for much
lovely.
longer. ADM, his headshots have been absolutely on point so far. Site tech coming in here. Time is a wasting, of course, but the nades will go down, which should give them some space towards the site.
And actually are going to take out Crick. xTc doing huge damage, spraying through that fire and flames there. This ADM, the last remaining player, is going to start off with 1 kill. He's got 14 seconds to find Viking, though. Viking just hightailing it to safety. ADM has to go for the plant. No, he's actually not going to go for the plant. He's going to try to take the fight, but sorry, Viking, damn it. Viking getting the kill there.
Well, talking about Viking, 12 to 5 is his KD. He's on a tear on this map. He was looking so good on the previous one as well. So having a good evening is Viking, and I think he's a large part of the reason why they're still back in this year, because with the early start there from WOG, it could very much well have spiraled and been pretty much the end of xTc in this particular half. So good effort from him and the xTc boys. WOG probably need to add to their tally now, because it's been, what, 4 clean rounds so far? And oh, geez, the bomb being found as well. Of course, they don't have much of a buy, but they could run down the AWP here, and I think that's going to happen. Crucial will get the kill.
And they got a kill earlier on Crick as well, so it's up to Viking, xTc, and Spaz to turn things around at the moment. White Rabbit Gaming in a pretty solid position. They do also have those, well, I was going to say they had a CZ, but they've actually downgraded to an M4 there in the hands of RMP. ADM does have that Deagle, so still pretty deadly situation for White Rabbit Gaming here. As
oh, that is a huge
that is a perfect
kill.
start.
That's
yeah,
a huge kill. Spaz now hiding away in the corner, so
he's actually in a 1v3 at the moment. xTc is on the rotate, but he needs to get a hurry on here as Spaz is going to get the first kill. He's not going to get the second, though. Crucial trades him out, and all of a sudden xTc in a 1 versus 2. Can he do it? They suspect that he's behind them, so they'll plant for safety. And they have spotted him now. RMP doesn't need much of a chance, doesn't even need armor, and he'll bring xTc down, and that is not a great situation for xTc, as their money is now in the dumpster. Don't think they should force up here. They might still do it anyway, though. But White Rabbit Gaming have given themselves the perfect chance to take complete control of this half.
absolutely. And after the 4 rounds on the trot for xTc, the momentum finally broken, yeah, and broken in a way that should at least guarantee another round, yeah, if not more, for WOG. And that now puts them in the situation that they should be able to win this half.
They should be. CZ's might have a couple of things to say. ADM's got more to say, though, as he takes out Crick. Viking with that boost is going to get himself one. But it's still 3 versus 4. RMP taking some damage, though, and Zin just jump spotting at the moment. It's still heavily favored in terms of White Rabbit Gaming. It's going to get even better. All of a sudden, it's a 1 versus 4 for Zin. He's got himself a scout. That's not really the kind of weapon you want in this situation. And he looks to just hightail it out of the A site, probably as far away from this area as he possibly can.
Yeah, he's still got something of value on his back in the form of that scout, so probably doesn't want to lose it considering their rather dire economic situation. 7 should be on the board here. barring an act of God. And Trogi, well, he's got the power over life and death in Zin's case, and he chooses death. Die. That's
Yeah.
that.
Good old finger snap.
So buy will come in for well, I was going to say WRG. I get confused when it says Team A and Team B sometimes. For xTc, they got the buy. It's not the greatest buy for them either, so I'd say WRG now with 7 already mission accomplished for a T half on this particular map, but they've got a huge opportunity here to absolutely smash this half, because any more than 7 and you're absolutely balling out of control here.
I mean, even at 7, it's pretty sketchy for most T sides to try and, you know, match. So, White Rabbit Gaming at this point looking well in control of this map, giving themselves the perfect setup to take the series 2-1. I mean, very surprising that they went down as easily as they did on Inferno, but seemingly have xTc's number on Mirage. Spiking, he's taking a bit of a chance there.
Jeez, if he had a nade right then.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Didn't quite have any Dupree capable players.
They are creeping in here. Lots of subterfuge, being quiet. Be very, very quiet, looking for an entry. And ADM's going to find it again, finding those headshots. He's been so good at it so far. Zin shouldn't be around for much longer. Trogi making hard work of it, but he gets it eventually.
Viking still sneakily hiding at the sandbag, so he could be the ultimate player. He's going to get 2, and that's fantastic. Gets a 3rd as well, and that shuts things down entirely for White Rabbit Gaming. Viking with the 200 IQ play. He's just going to get himself, he's going to burrow himself into safety now, as it's all up to RMP and Crucial to try and win this for their team. And Crucial brings it some semblance of sanity back to proceedings here. They're going to double molly the short area just to be absolutely safe. And before anything actually else can be done, RMP gets Crick.
You could just see the screw it moment in their heads where they're like, screw it, you're not going to shoot us from short again. 2 mollies. That's that. You thought Viking maybe saved it for his team there, but he's really the only one doing anything for xTc right now. WRG looking good, yeah. And I must say their approach on T-side and Overpass looks a lot better than what we saw out of them on Inferno. They didn't really do much in the way of map control there. Here,
their T-side Inferno wasn't bad, actually. I mean, you think about it, they got, what, 7 kills? I mean, 7 rounds. It was just they had the potential for getting so many more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They were winning the aim duels all day. I just think the approach from xTc was a little, how should I say, it wasn't really
better.
countered.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a hard counter, shall we say, to the push from Viking. He's not going to find anything here. But yeah, on the previous map, I think had they dealt with that B player on Banana, they could have been on for 9 on T side, easily.
I mean, they still had to deal with the the xTc T side, which was magnificent, so they can't really complain about that. Maniac holding the push from Zip, and a 9th round is being writ large across the sky for White Rabbit Gaming.
Yep, bomb plant will come in. Crick won't have too much to say about this, unfortunately, considering where he's placed at the moment. So 9, well, I'd say that's almost unassailable, unless by some miracle WRG have the world's worst CT side or something. I don't see them losing it from this point.
I don't know. I mean,
Making bold statements here, Prof. Back me up.
I mean, the thing like xTc's T side on Inferno is good. I mean, most teams are not going to go to Overpass unless you have some sort of plan. Clearly, we've seen previously that Zip himself is a beast on this map. But he's, as you said, just oddly quiet. They're just not getting enough out of the big hitters. Vikings doing a job. Certainly wonderful, but Crick will get the kill there and will survive.
1 more second and he wouldn't have, but gets an extra $300 to his tally, which will help his money out a little bit. So the buy comes in, 9-4. It's the second last round of the half, so for xTc to have any say in this half, and in this game, I'd say they probably need the 6, but it doesn't look like WRG's in any mood to give that to them.
No. I don't know, it's just been largely... Oh, Crick gets the kill there onto ADM. Oh! So we're talking in game as Crick is not controlled, he's going to get a second. That's one way to get yourself a couple of frags. And Maniac's got himself a double as well, so trades all across. Maniac has taken some damage though, and all of a sudden White Rap Gaming once again looking to make a play towards that B site. RMP just smoking the bathrooms at the moment, keeping them interested, even though there's nobody there to keep interested.
We're trying to keep interested in the game, of course. It's getting pretty late, but still pretty action-packed so far. WRG in a very good lead here. In a 3v3 situation, of course, that does favor the terrorists a little bit. The HP maybe not going to help them on Maniac, though. He's done his work in the round already with a double kill. And RMP, oh, he's in the fire. He's roasting. Somehow gets the kill nonetheless. RMP, that's a huge play. And there's another huge play from Maniac. He's on a triple kill right now. Both of these players low, and they seem somehow convinced that he's short. So I wonder why that is. Both of them looking towards short. And not checking up towards heaven there, but Zin deciding not to sting. Of course, he doesn't have armor, so...
He's got an orb, that's the problem here. As soon as he fires that first shot, he's going to give away his position. He's going to jump out now into the water, and that'll tell them exactly where he is. They will change up positions accordingly. Zin, though, not aware of RMP being behind him. A 10-4 T-side overpass. This is becoming a bit of a rout now at the moment for White Rap Gaming. xTc just getting overrun. It's constantly losing early picks, which means that they don't have any control of the map. They can't make any information plays. And White Rabbit Gaming, they seem to be a bogey team here for xTc.
Yeah, and to put into context what we were talking about way back on map 1, when you look at xTc's year overall, they've been really good. So, you know, it seems almost inconceivable how White Rabbit are able to give them such a hard time, but this White Rabbit team, clearly a team that's coming up to a really good level and in a rich vein of form. So I'd like to see them against some more opponents, of course. We haven't seen them too much since, of course, their first, this particular White Rabbit lineup, their first leg in Masters was the previous one. So, what? Oh! It doesn't even look like he was necessarily originally pointing the orb towards him. Gets the kill, though, and Rookie going to get the follow-up as well. So that's pretty much a round gone, and 11-4 half here potentially, unless there's something crazy that happens out of these xTc players. That's just nuts.
Yeah, I mean, not many words to describe what happened there. It's Viking is gonna start things off well, as he's done most of this half. Gets a kill through the smoke there on Truchi, but Zip goes down to Maniac once again, and ADM just holding angles, and those work pretty damn well as he brings Viking low. Last remaining player is Spaz. He's not going to be doing a whole lot of anything here as Crucial finishes him off.
Those final shots as the character models freeze always look more dirty than they should because of the fact the character models freeze. But 11-4 WRG in a fantastic lead here. And wow, I think 11, you almost got to think that's unassailable.
You could think that.
You could think that. I'm putting my money down right now, Prof. I'm leaving no possibility here. xTc can't win this. Now Rachel hates me. I'm sorry, Rachel.
Well, I mean, xTc have the smaller chance. They have to win the pistol. If they don't win the pistol, I do fear for their chances, though.
Yeah, and actually nobody going for something like a P250 to give them some range. So they're going to have to get up close and personal with those Glocks.
Looks like it's a fast A play. They're actually going to leave ADM behind here.
That was confusing.
He's caught out Lone Island in the ocean and brought
the headshot
to death.
Viking lands the first headshot, and then the body shot to take him down. Crucial in a good position. If he got 2 there, maybe it was doable. But now in a 4v2, RMP's been spotted on the angle. Spaz making very hard work of it, actually. Nice headshot from Truchi, but is there much more that he can find here? He'd have to pull off something heroic. We know he can do it. 52 HP is getting chipped away at you.
Yeah, Rex zip there on that entry. And Crick, though, returns the favor fairly soon afterward. And that's the perfect start to the second half here of xTc.
Very nice start, exactly what they would have wanted, and I'm still backing the fact that they shouldn't be able to win this game, but you know, when you make emphatic statements as a caster, you usually get wrecked, so let's see what happens, guys. Who knows? 11-5. Got the buy here, and not a full force again from WRG, so again, playing a longer game, looking for a better buy in their first buy. So again, gets the seal of approval from us, I think.
Yeah, it's. I mean, CZs don't always need armor. Just pop a guy in the head once at close range. Easy wins.
Hey G-Max, good to see you, bro. Hope the stream was fun. I hear Beetle was playing some Sea of Thieves with you. If you were streaming tonight, I actually don't know. I've been talking to a mic for about 6 hours now.
Maniac and Zip trading damage there, and White Rabbit Gaming somehow keeping a player alive. Just very passive holds all around. Nobody's really doing a whole lot of anything at the moment as xTc slowly creeps up, and Maniac does eventually complete the kill on Zip.
Yeah, Zip getting caught off there. Free AK. Quite a find there for Maniac. He could do some damage. Oh, jeez. He's going to be hurt, but somehow hits the headshot anyway. Maniac going crazy, living up to his name. He'll get traded off. But this is looking actually quite handy here for WRG. They could sting with, again, no armor.
Yeah, and xTc doesn't really have much map control at all, so they don't know where WRG is outside of that one player. And Crucial does a lot of damage, just not able to complete the kill. That is a bit of a problem. It is going to cause panic in xTc that they won't be aware of any potential White Trap Game players, and White Trap Game, you can see that they've actually made the decision. They know it's got to be A, given the time remaining. Crick taking a bit of damage now. And ADM up close, he needs to hit that shot. Crick with a fantastic spray, turn things around. And a third as well on Profeci. Crucial does get the kill though, but Zin on hand to bring some sanity to proceedings. Dear Lord, that was so close.
What the hell was that? It almost felt like, you know, holding down the full spray there, he was just sort of praying that something's going to hit and he just wrecks everybody. If he didn't get those kills, that was the round. There's no way.
I mean, if ADM does even a little bit of damage to him, then he's probably dead.
Jeez, that was... Okay, shake it off if you're WRG, because, well, that didn't feel good if you're on their side, but it's going to give xTc a lot of hope here. Again, not a map that should be CT favored by, terrorist favored by any means. And on the angles in with a very nice headshot, RMP getting a kill. The USP. Things are not supposed to happen and they keep happening.
Yeah, Tricky gets himself another AK. Maniac, he's got a dirty old Zeus there, and Viking showing exactly what he thinks of that. ADM, oh, Jiggle peeking that corner. Does take the third attempt, not going to work out this time though. Maniac, the last remaining play, he's walking up very, very slowly. Shark in the water, as it were. Jaws music play, and he's going to get the kill. Does he get any more than that? No, he doesn't. But that's actually a pretty damn expensive round for xTc to win out. As you can see, money's not great at the end of that. They will be able to buy up, but it's not going to be a perfect one. And White Trap Gaming will be perfectly happy with that. xTc will be, I think, a little bit upset that they lost that many players.
Indeed. So 11-7. Feels pretty good to be doing some South African CS. We haven't done a hell of a lot of it lately because, of course, we're doing the paying gigs. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. Got to pay the bills.
Oh,
1 HP on Zip.
Zip is praying to his lucky stars. ADM is cursing his own bad luck. How the hell do you do 99 damage with an AWP? Like, what did he hit to not kill Zip there?
Jeez. I don't know. 1 HP. Like, what did he do wrong? How did he offend RNGs?
That's just...
Oh, and the molly goes wrong too. Insult to injury there. Feels bad, man. You're not allowed to say that on Overwatch cast, apparently.
Or any combination of those words. So, either way, ADM is going to be trying to line up another shot there.
In they go,
Crick.
Oh,
Double setup in the water is going to account for Crick though, and ADM does get a kill at the end of the day. Takes 2 shots with the AWP, but does finish it off. RMP, is he aware of the position? No, he's not. Zip gets a kill. A crucial one at that. ADM though is going to spot Zin, and it's all up to Spaz in a 1 versus 2 now. He needs to collect that bomb, and Crucial's actually spotted him. They should not be taking the fight. Spaz somehow wins it.
What?
He's got 30 seconds left and the bomb is miles away. At this point, ADM won't know it, but he's almost won the round. I don't think Spaz has time to get to any site.
No time at all. I think he needs to find an AWP and hang on to it. What a teammate did drop an AWP. I think it was Zip, right?
Yes, I do believe so. I mean, ADM's going to be super confused as to what the hell's going on here.
He's like, is he lost? You can see he knows he's at low HP because he's got the P250 out. Spaz is very paranoid about dying potentially, so that's not going to happen. But 12-7 here. And WOG.
I'd love to know what was going through ADM's mind in that situation.
It's like, have I faked myself out? Are my headphones broken? What's going on? Where is he? They're going to cobble together a buy here based on that saved AK, but it's by no means a good buy. But it could be goodbye to their chances in this game if WOG win this round.
Yeah, we're 10 to hooks at the moment. Edge of the cliff type moment for xTc. They don't have much left if they do lose this round, so absolutely has to work here. And one does suspect it'll be on the back of Viking, who has had a monstrous game in what at the moment is a losing cause.
Yes, indeed. 12-7 still. Of course, still plenty of time going in this particular round, and xTc taking their time about it as well. Smoke down long to just deny vision there, and maybe either make them think you're coming close or allow you to get close. One of the two. That tends to be how it's typically used. So from our side, if you do want to catch more CS later in the week, tomorrow night and the next night we're doing ESL Southeast Europe, so that's going to be pretty fun. I don't know if we're doing another VS or ESEA cast this week, because those ESL casts are like 7 hours, so we'll see. Hopefully. And Viking, he saw somebody, he got himself RMP, the bomb plant goes down, and that was a really easy entry onto the site. ADM with the return, in the 4v4 situation, 4v3 make it. It's going to be really tough, and Viking finding too many targets but still gets himself one. 2v3 situation, and these two players got UMPs. They're going to need to land absolutely everything, and so far not going their way. Troki, the last man left alive, and Zip tapping away with that CZ will get the headshot. So xTc still in it. Jeez, if WRG had won that round, I think we'd be going home, just about, but xTc don't want to.
Yeah, Viking and Captain Fantastic Zip do pull around through there for xTc. White Gaming money not actually as great as we might have thought, given the number of rounds that they have, but at this stage, they're going to force up a bit, and they do still have a couple of rounds to play with, so it's not the end of the world, but it's getting to that point where they've got to be a little bit careful. It's, you know, they're not home and dry yet.
Not by any means. And this is actually one for the books, one would say, with how T-sides have been working for these teams so far on this map, because, again, by all rights, it should be CTs that prosper, and so far it hasn't been.
I mean, I will say one thing, is xTc has given away a couple of silly rounds here and there, and these close-range CZs could be the death of them if they don't clear out every angle. Viking, though, making good on that, and just as I say that, Caster still ADM goes down, and Crucial wins a fight that he had no business doing against Crick. All of a sudden, ADM, the lurk is once again in place.
Not going to happen,
nope.
Zip.
It's the end of Jaws there. Spaz grabbed himself Crucial, and he's going to grab himself RMP as well. Fight that he was not expected to win, but somehow does it anyway. Great spray control there. And Druchy, the last remaining player, I mean, at this stage, probably save. I don't really know if he can actually do anything in a 1 versus 3. Zip has the angle, has the body, and has the aim. Druchy in an early grave.
I spoke too soon at the beginning, didn't I?
Probably.
It looks like xTc are right back in this. So, WOG, well, they're going to be on a save, but past this round, which they should be guaranteed to lose, they've still got some breathing room. Of course, they are still in the lead, and it's not a huge lead anymore. It's been whittled away, but still in the position to win this. But the entries so far from the guys on xTc have been rather clean, and they've kind of struggled to deal with it. And it almost feels like the same sort of thing that WOG were doing to xTc on their CT side.
Yeah, very much so. And I mean, Viking has been a standout today. You really have to give him huge props. The lone bright star in a rather abject CT performance. He's continued to do some huge work here on the T side now. starting off with an early frag, and Maniac should be walking into Spaz's crosshair, as is Drogi. 2 easy frags, and that'll be the collapse of the B site. And just like that, xTc gets their 10th.
Indeed. That was possibly the worst smoke I've ever seen onto the bomb site, though. Don't know how he managed to fluff that, but he did anyway. ADM, who's that masked man? It's ADM. But he's not going to do anything. Crucial, the last man left alive. I almost feel like in these rounds, unless something crazy happens, we almost shouldn't talk about it because it's so difficult to win with nothing but USPs. You know, the only weapon they had is Crucial's P250, and nobody came his way.
Yeah, rather unfortunate for him. But,
Something was up with his view model there when we... Yeah. Can you see this? Like weird DreamHack stickers floating in the air?
I've seen it before.
How strange is that? I kind of want to turn my head to see what's on the side of the stickers, but of course that doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It's what a dog would do. Something like that. Anyway, onwards we go. Round 23, 12-10 at this point. And for the CT side, they will have the buy again. Shouldn't have the AWP unless, I guess, Maniac decides to go glass cannon. But he's not generally been an AWPer in his career, so I'd kind of doubt it.
No, 5 rifles it is. ADM and Crucial repping the M4A1S.
Like the comments there, but this is the update we've been waiting for from Valve. Indeed. Turkey also eating a flash at the hands of ADM. Rather close range to his face. Jeez, and they've stacked up on this B bomb site, but not helping so far when you're going to take a wide peek like that into the AWP. xTc profiting there from Zin. And that early start, considering they have no nades really to work with aside from 2 nades in the hands of Maniac, that's a bit worrying here for WRG.
Yeah, they're going to leave ADM all to his own devices on the B side, so he's got quite a lot of work to do if it does come his way. Smoke will come through, but no pushing off the back of that. Just seems to be a bit more of a bait, trying to force some sort of rotations out, and zip will go down there. We've seen 2 players, and that could indicate to xTc that it's time to make a play for the B side. You can see them actually stacking up now, getting ready to go. All the utility comes flying in, and as I said, ADM, well, he's got the world in his hands, and he's going to retreat.
Probably the smarter thing to do at this stage. I think he's been spotted now, though. Taking a bit of pain there at the hands of the AK from Spaz. They know where he is, and Spaz also quite aware that they know his position in return, so gets out of dodge very quickly. Oh, on the angle! Doesn't kill him, though, with the AWP, which is... It's always surprising when all you can see is somebody's head, but he, of course, caught a bit of the edge there. Should round it out now, and does, in fact. Crick also with a kill before Crucial finally replies. Viking, that's probably the kill that seals it. Crucial's got other ideas. Unfortunately, the other ideas are going to be squashed there by Spaz. So, drawing within 1 here, and I'm getting worried. If I'd put down money there at the beginning, I'd be feeling pretty wrecked right now. Yeah.
It's a bit of an odd game. I mean, you don't usually see T-sides as potent as this, but clearly the guys tonight are up for the duels, and I mean, neither side's really made many information plays or pushed areas that you wouldn't expect. It's largely just been holding angles, and I do think that is a bit of an issue, especially given how good the aim on some of these players is. As soon as they can decide where the fights take place, and as I say that, White Rabbit Gaming with the aggression, and it's all up to Spaz in a 1 versus 3. That is extraordinarily confusing, but
I don't know what happened there.
CSGO pistols, I guess.
And that's going to be that. Okay, what the hell was that? I don't even know. I mean, that round was a bit of an aberration, but still, well done to WRG. They did what was required in the round, and, well, I still don't know what to say about that one, man, because it just seemed like xTc weren't watching the space around them. WRG swarmed them with a very typical thing that you do on a save, and xTc somehow getting caught off by it. So WRG, though, hitting the shots, banking the shots that they need to, and finally getting around in reply when they had pretty much no equipment to work with. So that's got to at least give them a little bit of confidence after they've been suffering somewhat of a beatdown in the last few rounds.
Yeah, I'm still shocked by how that round went. Like, it was just one moment xTc was there, and then the next they were just gone. Just vaporized. So confused.
Mr. Tyrant, I appreciate the respects that you have paid to the hat, and for that I salute you. The hat would salute you, but it doesn't usually talk to other people. Sorry, it's an elitist.
Well, Zip Zip is going to be peeking that corner very, very slowly. Unfortunately, ADM's timing is second off, and he's not going to spot him. So Zip Zip could be the crucial player here if he's caught out. Does ADM spot him? It appears he does not. Gonna reposition, and Zip Zip needed to get that kill. Yeah, that is a major issue from in there. ADM's going to miss the shot. Zip Zip does re-peek into it, though. No idea. Crucial, though, on hand to just bring things back under a little bit of control. RMP hits a wonderful shot there through the edge of the wall. But xTc is swarming the bomb site. RMP not really in the best situation in a 2 versus 3. He needs to get himself out of trouble there. Zin trying to take a shot. And Crucial will actually finish off Zin there. Spaz is going to catch RMP on the rotate. And Crucial also goes down. That is a death knell to the hopes of White Rabbit Gaming. They do still have some money to buy, but it's not looking great at the moment. ADM, RMP, and Truaki should be solid, but Maniac and Crucial, that is worrying days for them.
Jeez, this game is, well, it's certainly delivering in this particular map. Again, the other two were pretty straightforward whitewashes in the end, although Inferno looked a little bit closer for a while, and what was that? Okay.
A mistake.
Mollies are not going well towards short as far as we've seen from xTc, but it doesn't seem to be hampering them too much. WRG have got pistols, so that automatically means they win the round, right?
Well, the last time they had them, it certainly did, but I mean, trying a lower stack, xTc seems to have learned from the previous round where they just lost mass amounts of players. The short area, and it's just gone very, very passive, and this definitely favors xTc. RMP goes down.
Yep, just a gentle, leisurely peek into the angle, and there's an AWP waiting for him. Double AWP on T side, which is a bit of a strange one, I think, when you're facing pistols, but you're going to play it slow. Of course, if you play a quicker game with double AWPs against pistols, you may not have such a good time with it, but they're doing it right, taking their times and landing a nice shot there as well. Round should be all but gone, and well, 13 all. I just got wrecked in my prediction. I said WRG should absolutely have this after an 11-4 half on T side on this map. I don't think many people would have bet against me on WRG closing out the series 2-1. I don't know.
I did mention White Rabbit Gaming's CT side on Inferno. That
wasn't
is
very
an
good.
issue.
Again, we have to go with isn't very good because this is a VS cast and not an ESEA cast.
Yeah. See, nice little kill there.
Little boost.
The problem is just for me is that like neither White Rabbit Gaming nor xTc have taken any chances. If you see, if you watch Energy or you watch Goliath or Bravado when they still play these maps, they would get aggressive. They would take a chance somewhere, not every round, but very often around the fountain area. They would get aggressive. They'd push up there. They just get some level of information. And neither White Rabbit Gaming nor xTc have done that in this game, and you can see it influences what the CT sides look like, because once the CT side doesn't have any information, you're basically always going to be dealing with like 3-4 Ts hitting a single bomb site when you have maximum 3 players on the site at any one time. So unless you can hit ridiculous aim deals all day long, it's not going to work consistently.
Oh, talking about ridiculous aim deals, he gets a rather nice fadeaway flick shot there just as he was deciding to evacuate. Just turns around and casually flicks somebody's body to smithereens, lying on the bench there taking a rest. And that's going to be 5v4, finally an early kill going the way of WRG. But I absolutely agree with your point. Overall, the information gathering for both sides has been a little bit lacking. And that also puts into context why we were maybe a little bit effusive with the praise for xTc's CT side towards B on Inferno, just because they did actually push off it and get some banana control in there for information. Aside from that singular action in this game, as you say, we haven't seen a lot of that out of either side on any of these maps.
Yeah, it just makes your life so much harder, because you then have to gamble stack on certain areas to try and okay, maybe they're coming here, and you can clearly see it's like xTc has really woken up on the T side. Their CT side looked shambolic at times in terms of the players just getting frags outside of Viking, but as soon as 2 or 3 of the players come alive, and that's a
Perfect
fantastic flash. Thruaki set up perfectly by his teammate there, and ADM also now contributing, and xTc just slow going, not really getting them anywhere.
Yep, and that's Zenit probably needs to get out while he can, hang on to his gun. Decides to stick around still just in case somebody's trying to stop him. And he'll drop somebody with the CZ.
Running CZ, reasonable.
Absolutely reasonable.
Not a broken gun at all.
Do you think there should be a show match at some point where all the players use the CZs for the entire game? We'll see how it goes. Do you think that would possibly be the worst thing that you'd ever watch in your life in Counter-Strike?
I don't know if it would be the worst thing.
Well, we've certainly had worse. We've casted some ESL Southeast Europe
No,
games that were pretty bad.
There's a game, if you guys want to go watch it. It is G2 versus FaZe on...
yes, I know this one.
On Train, I think it was. I believe it was Train. I forget when. It'll be early 2017. It was soon after that the G2 with Shox and KNS was formed. Up against the FaZe with would have been Alu and Keo, yeah. And the first 8 rounds were literally
force buys
win
only.
pistol, force buy, win, force buy, win, force buy, win. It was just like, please get me out of this, get me out of this hell. It is so bad.
It was just crazy. I'd never want to see that in my life again, please. And let's also remind you guys that this was way past when the CZ was ridiculous, more ridiculous than it is now, where it had 24 bullets and had the quick equip time.
No, this was early last year.
Yeah, when people were actually using the 5.7 at that point, weren't they?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Either way, yeah, back to the happenings at hand. xTc, certainly well within possibility of them taking this round. They have slightly better weaponry.
Mr. Hayes, you're absolutely correct. This is the round. It's probably the one that's going to determine a lot of things. And Viking thought he might have had that Dupree style, but doesn't get it. And through the wall, ADM engaging his alternate config, shall we say. Spamming away, but everybody taking damage through walls. Nobody actually taking a straight fight just yet. And the stack on the V-bomb side, they're gambling quite a bit here, but xTc don't necessarily have the information just yet to know that it's a stack.
Yeah, and one thing, I will point out quickly, ZipZip for probably the 3rd or 4th time now has pushed extraordinarily deep on A-Long because he's never been contested out there. So look at all the information that he is gathering. RMP is holding the close angle towards the bathrooms though, and ADM is going to bring ZipZip down. That is a crucial kill for them to get. Once again, ZipZip, that one round, got a hugely important kill on ADM. And Crick now,
he must have heard
moving
the zoom.
slowly. He must have heard the zoom there, yeah.
Oh.
And doubling up though, Crossfire is working out big time as RMP just going to molly and get himself to safety. That's taking a little bit more of the dangerous route to safety, but it works all the same. And White Rabbit Gaming 5-3 up at the moment as xTc looking so great. Spaz goes down and it just doesn't seem like they've got it left in. Viking though, he's going to do whatever he can here. Charges in like a god of war, only gets one though as Maniac brings him down, and it's all up to Zin. Survived the last round, might not survive this one.
He's only made an awful sound there when if Viking had gotten that spray transfer, but he didn't. That is WRG's round, however, and as rightly said at the beginning of the round, that was the round that mattered the most. And boy, does it matter for WRG in the context of the game overall. They've been taking pain on their CT side, but they've won the rounds that mattered. And taking themselves to map and match point, that's the series that is in their hands, and the buy from xTc is not good at all. This is WRG's game now.
Yeah.
To lose or to win.
xTC's basically had to go to the thrift shop and get whatever they can out of there. They will grab themselves what looked like an AWP, and ADM's going to miss a shot there. He's going to need to call in some assistance as xTC tends to swarm towards this A site, and ADM is going to start things off well. Gets another kill on ZipZip. Those two have had quite a set of duels here on A site.
Zin with a very nice shot there, but the utility going to force these players back, however, so the bomb plant should come in here. Or the director wasn't playing too much ball there on the side tech, but hopefully we see some of the action now. And retake time here, ADM and co on point on this retake. looking for these kills, and xTc going to need to be rooted out. And whoa, what a shot from Profeci! But the trades are favoring the CTs. Viking with an AWP as well. He's not fancied as an AWP, and it's not planted for him either. I don't think he can do this. Ooh.
What a way to win the what a way to win the map.
Good night. I think that's it from WOG and xTc. WOG doing amazing work, and also I'd like to give a shout out to you, the amazing viewers. 55 of you watching a South African game at 11:30 at night. Wow.
On a Monday.
On a Monday. What the hell? Thanks for you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys, and I think I appreciate that game. I wasn't a big fan of the first couple of maps, but as it actually turned out there at the end, it got pretty exciting.
Yeah, that it did. Very, very close game at the end of the day. And, I mean, well played to our WOG, continuing to have some kind of hold over xTc, because xTC's done pretty damn well when faced with other opposition. So this time, bit of a rough one.
Indeed, bit of a rough one. But hey, again, thanks guys for stopping by. If you enjoyed the cast, give the channel a subscribe and a like. I think we're just about 500 subs now. So
you did crack 500 today. They were actually talking about it in chat.
I don't look at the chat as much as I should, probably because I have to cast, as it turns out. But do appreciate you guys all being here. So thanks for that. Milestone achieved. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night on the ESL SEC channel with some ESL Southeast Europe Championship. Some pretty good teams there. In fact, one team that's ranked 38th in the world. I think it's, I can't remember their name now. It's too late at night. But we'll be doing that for the next couple of nights. Maybe Thursday we'll see you for an ESEA or VS Gaming cast. In the meantime, have yourselves a wonderful week, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers.